Shimkus, tweet of the week.
Bearded Blevins, tweet of the week.
We should do that each quarter as well. And then Berkey at halftime, my friend.
Yes, for those of you wondering, yes, one of our favorite segments, one of my favorite segments on the show, Matt Burke's tweet of the week, will be back tonight. So we will go over that tonight. Plus at halftime, hopefully we're going to be giving away mortgage payments to somebody for 2022. We've got a football game that's coming on here in a couple minutes. The excitement never ends.
It doesn't end. And you know what happened the last time that Ian Book played a team from Miami?
I'm going to say he won.
It did not go well, my friend.
I don't know. I know he used to play for Anti-Catholic U, and this is his first NFL start, but that's about all I know about him.
Yeah, he played over there at Notre Dame and played Miami Catholics versus Convicts edition. And let's just say it didn't go well. Multiple interceptions, a blowout loss. It's not going to be pretty tonight, my friend.
So multiple interceptions, kind of like Matthew Stafford yesterday.
That happens, kind of like Tom Brady last season a couple times, this season a couple times. Bad game happens, but a bad career, yikes.
Well, we will see. It's going to be interesting. If you are new to Super Squares, welcome. Welcome to the fam. What we're going to do here right now is tell you, if you have not downloaded the Super Squares app yet for free, do that now.
What?
For free. F-R-E-E. Free, John.
That's amazing.
No money. It's free. We give away money, tons of money and prizes and all that stuff, but we don't take anything from you. So if you haven't done it, download it for free. Register, put your information in. We never sell your information to anybody. Start up an account, pick a cool screen name, and if someone told you about Super Squares and said, hey, you guys should play this, find out their screen name, because it's going to say, do you have a buddy? And if you do, put your buddy's name in at that point. If you don't, you can put in Dave. I can be your buddy. And then go to this game tonight, make your 3 predictions for the game, and carefully watch the commercials. Carefully watch the commercials. If you've never seen them, watch them twice, because you're going to get asked a question about each commercial that you see. And you get points for that. Okay? We're going to total up all the points from everybody in the country throughout the day, or throughout the night, I should say. It's still day on the West Coast. And then at the end of the evening, we're going to have up to 100 winners, maybe 200 winners if they have buddies. We're going to give away a mortgage to somebody, potentially. Someone might win beer for a year. If you get a perfect score, you could win $1 million this season. So a lot going on, my friend.
I think I guaranteed that somebody would win that $1 million before the season's over. There's still a lot of ball game left, my friend.
Yes, there is, my friend. And speaking of ball games, let's talk about this one. Why don't we go over our predictions for the game?
Let's do it. I've got mine pulled up here. The chat can see them. Let us know, everybody. Get to see you, Kyle, Tommy, Rick, Ryan, Alex, Q-Spark, Finch, Tom Brees. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. I went low scoring, like you said before the stream. Most people who picked tonight went low scoring. These defenses are very good. The offenses are just okay. But I don't think Ian Book has it, my friend. I think he throws multiple interceptions tonight. Maybe doesn't even get 100 passing yards. I've got Miami 17, Saints 13.
17-13 Miami. Okay. Now, a lot of people, I mean, as I watched on the pregame here, if I look at the betting lines and everything, it's all Miami. If I listen to sports radio, it's all Miami. Miami. What a great story, Miami. Miami has won 6 in a row. Miami can become the first team, I think, in National Football League history to lose 7 games in a row and then win 7 games in a row. I looked at the whole of their 7 games, and they played pretty much a pile of crap for the last 6 games. They played the Jets twice. They beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Houston. I mean, if they were beating, before that they lost to, if they were beating Buffalo and Indianapolis and Tampa Bay and Las Vegas and Buffalo, I mean, I could see, but their wins were Houston, Baltimore, the Jets, Carolina, the Giants, the Jets again. I don't think they're that great of a football team. And I think the Saints have a stout defense. So it might just be Dexter and me on an island together tonight, picking the New Orleans Saints. But I have gone Saints 24, my friend, and Miami 14.
Okay, that's very different than me. I kind of hear what you're saying. They've been up and down all year, but they can only play the games on their schedule,
Right?
and they beat the Patriots.
Yeah, a long time ago, like 2 months ago.
Yep, and then they haven't lost a lot since then. So it's going to be fun tonight. I don't think it's going to be close. I like to pick the better QB. We'll see, my friend. I think it's going to be low yards. Again, Ian Book getting his first NFL start. I don't think it's going to be pretty. A lot of running. I have total yards at 602, and I felt like that was too high.
I'm kind of along the same lines as you there because I don't think he's going to have a great game at quarterback. But when I look at Kamara and I look at him being able to just throw some short passes, I think they'll generate enough offense. And both of these teams, if you're comparing total yards, Miami is 24th in the league, averaging 331 yards a game, and New Orleans 28th, averaging 324. So they're right there around the same. And total yards against, 349 for Miami, 336 for New Orleans. So they're right around the same, giving and giving up, or getting and giving up. So I went with you, John. I kind of kept things low. I went 632 and was wondering if that might be a little bit too high, but that's where I'm at, 632.
All right, so we're closer on that than we are the score. And then passing, I have Miami. I'm going with the guy who has a little bit more experience, 209 passing yards for Miami, my friend.
I am going with Miami as well because I'm going with the guy that has a little bit more experience, the guy that has, I think, led the National Football League either over the last 7 games or since he's been playing in completion percentage. So he doesn't make a lot of bad throws. I went 2-2-2.
All right, we're very close there.
2-2-2 for Tua.
Well, he just got about 2 there.
Let me go. Let me fast forward, make sure that I'm up to speed with you.
To Gesicki. All right, let's look at the Skybox tonight. People are going to be asking about that any second if they haven't already. What up, Husky? Good to see us. Skeeter's here early tonight. Moose Man, Saint Leader. Hello. Beer for a year. I'm going to join that one right now. BEER. I'm in there. And then the other passcode for tonight is Last Valpak, all one word. Last Valpak, spelled P-A-K. Last Valpak, join, confirm, I'm in. Because tonight is the Last Valpak sponsored event, my friend.
Yes, where we do our mortgage and home free until 23. Speaking of sponsors, I don't want to confuse people and go, oh, tonight's the Last Valpak sponsor. When you say sponsor, John, who would be sponsoring like tonight? Who is tonight's sponsor? Not being a Valpak VIP to win the mortgage, but who's tonight's sponsor? How would you find that out?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You'd have to go into the lobby, and since the game's already in the lobby, you can't check that way. So we're going to go menu. We're going to click Valpak VIPs, my friend. And then we're going to click Learn More because we've already hopefully submitted or created our Valpak VIP code. And then we're going to scroll down here. We're just going to make sure this game's updated. Scroll all the way down here and see. Hopefully we see a Saints Dolphins, and there it is. Miami at New Orleans. That's tonight. Tonight's Valpak VIP sponsor, Ice Shaker, my friend.
Ice Shaker. There you go. So that's going to be a key question if you get a call from Mike Golick this afternoon. Who is the sponsor of tonight's game? And Lattimore just made a complete douche move. If you watch the replay here while we were talking, tackling the running back out of bounds and then taking him up around the neck and ripping him about 4 yards out of bounds. I'm glad they threw a flag on him. What a classless move by New Orleans right here to start the game. But yeah, so at halftime, this is how it's going to work. If you're new to Super Squares, just right now, as you look at your screen, you're going to see a number 5 right below the game board. And those are bonus commercials, or we call them RXPs, reactive experiences, where you can hit that, watch a commercial, rate the commercial, answer a question about the commercial, and get some bonus points for your score. Also, if you match the last number of the score, right now it's 0 and 0. So if you trace those together and go to A, that's the square. But you have 4 combination sets of numbers you can see on the right-hand side of your game board. And after each quarter, it's going to go tabulate the score. If you get a partial or a perfect square, you get points. It's going to show you where you're at on the leaderboard. Then you're going to get a new square for the next quarter. So when that happens at halftime, okay, after it all happens, you get a new square. And if that square happens to match up to the perfect square at that point of the game, you're going to get put on a special list. And you want to make sure that you are a Valpak VIP. So if you're not right now, go into the app. You can go to Valpak VIP. You can create your own code and register for Valpak VIP. Because even if you have a perfect square and you're on that list, if you're not a Valpak VIP tonight, you get passed up. And whoever's a Valpak VIP goes to the top of that list. So we'll call and text and tweet out to whoever the first person is on that list. And if they don't answer their phone, we go to the second person and so on to the third person. 3 strikes and you're out, and we don't want that to happen tonight. So make sure your cell phone is charged. And if you see a call from Mike Golick at halftime, answer it.
That is great sound advice, my friend.
Oh, yes, my friend. Look at Tua missing a wide open receiver. Oh, a little bit too far.
Now, there are 2 different pronunciations, one from the Dolphins website and one from a Dolphins beat reporter of Gesicki's name.
I thought it was Gesicki. I always thought it was Matt Gesicki.
That's what I thought. That's not it. So this one says Gesicki, and then the other one says Gesicki.
Gesicki?
It's either Gesicki or Gesicki. It's not Guy Secchi. That's for sure. I'm looking at the Dolphins website right now. But this is the first Dolphins game I've actually been able to watch that I remember in primetime all year.
Maybe he is Guy from the SEC.
It could be. From what I'm seeing the most of, it's Gesicki, not Guy Secchi.
Gesicki.
And then Hughes says Gesicki. So we're just going to call him Mike.
We'll call him Mike. We'll call him Mike G.
That's right. Mike G.
All right, Mike G.
If the mood were made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it? I know I would.
Hey, happy birthday, Mr. Wheat.
Hi.
On Christmas Eve. It was Buckwheat's birthday. Happy birthday, Buckwheat.
It's awesome. Happy birthday. And Jenny's back tonight. Been a while since we've seen Jenny.
Jenny, who can I turn to?
Jenny from the block.
There you go. Don't be fooled by the rocks that she's got.
That's right. So tonight, my friend, we're cheering for a little something. You and I on the side. We won't talk about it often.
All right.
Miami -3.5.
Miami -3. Okay, I can see that happening.
A little Myles Gaskin touchdown anytime.
It all depends how they utilize him, because sometimes he's the man. Other times he's just sitting around twiddling his fingers and someone else takes center stage. So that's going to be interesting.
Alvin Kamara anytime.
That's almost a given.
And then Ian Book under 249 passing yards.
I'm going to say that's pretty much a given.
And Tua under 300.
That's pretty much a given.
There we go, my friend.
I don't think Tua has thrown for – has he thrown for 300 once this year?
Maybe once.
Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me look up Tua tongue twister.
Tua Tagovailoa. The reason I know how to say his name is that I've seen a couple of Maryland games this year, and he has a brother that is the starting QB for the Maryland Terrapins, my friend.
Yeah, the Maryland Terrapins. He's thrown for over 300 once, and it was against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean,
and they've lost the game to the Jaguars this year.
They lost 23-20, 47 passing attempts, 33 completions for 329 yards, and that's the only time he has sniffed 300, my friend. So I think you're safe there.
There we go. So it's that Gaskin one that's going to be the tough one tonight. Let's see how Ian Book does. I'm excited to see this kid. No sign of Dexter yet that I've seen.
He'll be here. You know he'll be here.
Yeah, Forgie's here right now. We got Buckwheat. Let's go, everybody. You have a Landon's laugh for today, my friend?
I was just pulling it up right here. I'm going to say yes. I had asked him earlier in the day, and then I was leaving. I'm like, guys, I need a joke. and we said, hey, have your sister text it to me. So his sister did text me one. I do have it here on my phone, so I do have a Landon's laugh for halftime.
Great, my friend. Marbles is back up and running. Did a lot of work on my PC today to get everything fixed, and it's all good.
I'm going to write this down. Why?
There's 926 people in the Beer for a Year Skybox, my friend.
Wow.
And in our Super Squares Skybox, in the top 25, now the top 40, and now the top 50, I don't see I1. By the way,
is that a pick six?
There's a nice pick six to start the game, my friend.
Dude, how many interceptions did you say he'd have?
I said 2 or 3. That one didn't take long. And Skeeter is the one who said multiple defensive touchdowns.
Wow. Welcome to the game, son.
Yeah, it's a lot faster in the NFL.
Yeah, I think it might have got tipped. It looked like it went off. I mean, was it tipped at the line? Yeah, it's still, even if it wasn't tipped, I don't think it would have made it to his intended target. That's bad.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start the game for that team. And it's not a great way for any of us who picked a low-scoring game in the first 5 minutes to get a touchdown like that.
See?
But he's going to get to go right back out there and do it again. I also hope that somebody from the chat wins tonight, Jenny Girl. We do have a special guest as well joining us here in a few minutes. Some of you know him as Berkey. Some of you might know him as Matt. Some of you might know him as Super Bowl champ.
Some of you may know him as Hall of Fame nominee.
Which I think has officially not happened for this year, but that could mean next year, right?
Could be.
Others like Bison Thumper know him as the commish.
This is true, yes.
So he'll be joining us for most of the first half as soon as he gets in here. Probably leave after the person wins, I'm guessing. I will say that Ian Book actually threw a touchdown pass a lot sooner than Kirk Cousins did yesterday. Is that too soon?
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I just have to text a picture really quick. I didn't tell you about this yesterday, but I told. Hold on a minute. Okay, you know I'm going to Savannah tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm waking up in the morning. I'm getting in the car first thing. We're picking up my mother-in-law and zooming up, and we're going to Savannah. And my wife's family, you know, God bless them, and I love them. I mean, but it's on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off. It's never like here it is, and there's a straight line to the point. It's just always in flux for some reason. And her aunt owns several properties in the Savannah area. And so we're going to be staying in one of the houses that she owns in some place. I'm not sure. It's called the Bluffs or something. I've never been there before. I don't know. 2 days ago, it was like, oh, we're going to go, or we're not going to go. We're going to go, we're not going to go. 2 days ago it was, we have a little problem. I've had 3 plumbers out, and the toilets will not flush, and no one can figure it out. I'm like, well, I mean, are we going to have 6 people staying in a house that doesn't have a toilet? You know, I'm like, this you know, that's not going to work. Then yesterday it changed to, hey, as long as you keep the styrofoam cover down in the backyard and don't lift it up, the toilets will flush.
Yikes.
And so I'm like, what? So now I'm going, okay, it's got to be a septic system. It's not like a city sewer system. It's got to be a septic system. And I know they're near the water, and maybe there's, so I'm just wondering, whatever. Today it was like, hey, you know, again, the toilets are working as long as you keep the styrofoam cap on. And my wife just texted me. She says, she said, my aunt just texted me, if you see green gas coming out of the styrofoam cooler, run. The toilets are working until then. So if you see green gas, run. And the only thing I can think of is, that's not the Christmas star, Grizz. That's the gas light at the sewer treatment plant. And Uncle Lewis, remember with the green? Have you seen Christmas Vacation? So all I can think of is this green gas coming out of the sewer and someone throwing a match and just everything exploding. So I'm kind of scared to go to Savannah now.
I would be if I was you too.
Well, here's the good news, John.
That Matt Burke's here?
That's better news. But the good news was a day ago, the next door neighbors to where we're staying are having construction done on their house. So there's a porta potty for the workers. If the toilets don't work, we can go next door.
Yeah.
I can just see my wife and my daughters and my mother-in-law walking next door to go to a porta potty. It's never going to happen. But that's the good news. There's a porta potty next door in case there's an emergency.
There you go. Hey, Berkey.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Matt Burke is here. How are you, sir?
How are you guys?
Good. I don't know if you saw, but Ian Book, one of his first throws, and he already threw for as many touchdowns as Kirk Cousins had yesterday.
Yowza.
For the other team, though.
I guess joining late. I mean, I missed. I thought I'd get here. It'd still be 0-0, be settling in, but I guess not.
Yeah, rough start. But there's his parents just looking horribly nervous.
And I wonder if the girl to the left of them was his wife, girlfriend, or sister, because she looked kind of nervous too.
Oh,
down goes Book.
I knew I should have started Miami's defense instead of the Vikings, or instead of that other one against you, dude.
John, do you think it would have made a 20-point difference?
Maybe. We'll see. A tutty tonight in a sack's a good start.
23 points, whatever it was. If Matthew Stafford didn't throw 3 interceptions, maybe you had a chance. I mean,
those 6 points too hurt.
Yeah.
Berkey, how you doing, man? Which state are you in?
I'm in Florida.
The great state of Florida.
Yes, and I enjoy Florida, especially in December. The weather's nice, and I've never peed so much outside than I have this week.
I might be doing that for the next 4 days.
I heard your story, yeah, but it's just, you're outside all the time. I can't see my neighbors, so we just pee outside a lot.
Do you have a pool?
Yeah, pool and a pond.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense then, for sure. Nobody wants to go from the pool to in the house.
We went to the beach a couple days ago, and it's nice out, but the water's still pretty cold by most standards. But Minnesotans, it's just fine. There's a handful of people in the water, but I guarantee you, everybody that got in the water peed within 10 seconds. I mean, it was chilly, but it's the ocean, right? Like, it's big. It dilutes out. I think the salt neutralizes everything, or
it has to.
Something.
There's a lot of fish that pee in that water too.
That's true. Yeah, they do other things in the water. Yeah,
exactly.
So. A lot goes on in there, apparently.
Yeah.
I would say the Gulf does a good job of taking care of itself, because, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, there was an oil leak for probably 40 days, pouring out like hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil a day. And it took care of itself eventually and kind of cleaned itself, I mean, along with some help from man. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I remember that. It was amazing. There was just oil just coming out. I mean, just gallons by the second.
Yep.
Couldn't you stand there with a bucket and take it?
No, it was all at the bottom. It was because there was a pipeline that had broke or something underneath, and so it just came up and it was just oil just pouring straight out of it.
What would you do? What would you do with a bucket of oil, Beard? What would you do with it?
Apparently, you can sell it for something. I don't know, man. I'm taking it to BP.
Got a 5-gallon bucket of oil. You guys, how much you give me for this 5-gallon bucket of oil?
You get at least $50 for that.
You definitely would not.
Dang it.
I watched so much football this weekend, just being on vacation and with Christmas, and just nothing going on. I have so many hot takes I want to drop on you guys. I mean, I feel like
we love hot takes here.
I feel like I am totally up to date on the NFL and am just as informed as I need to be to make bold predictions and just kind of tell you what the universe looks like.
Well, you tell it. We're ready to go, man. Let's hear them.
My first one is I am going to sell the Green Bay Packers. Not impressed.
Really?
Not impressed. You've got the best quarterback on the planet, and Baker Mayfield throws 4 picks and he almost beats you. Not impressed.
Yeah, they remind me a lot of the same team last year that I said all year long was going to lose in the NFC Championship game, and then they did.
You did say that.
I think it's going to happen again. Their defense is much better this year, but they still haven't given Rodgers enough help.
Their defense didn't look that good. I mean, Baker's Baker now, but I mean, I don't know. If you go back, I think Cleveland goes into that game and they might not throw a pass.
Yeah. What about you, Dave? You agree with that one? I'm agreeing with that one.
I can agree with that. I mean, and of course, I'm not a big fan of the Packers anyway. I mean, so it's not too hard for me to go out on that limb and accept that hot take.
Do one on the Lions. And then he froze.
He froze on us. Burke, you there?
Yeah. I don't have the best internet here. What'd you say?
I said do one on the Lions now.
I was impressed with the Lions yesterday. The Lions aren't not as bad as their record would indicate right now. I think early on in the year, they were pretty bad. But they're they're playing hard, and no one's going to mistake the Atlanta Falcons for the 1998 Dirty Bird Atlanta Falcons. But I mean, I'd say. I want to say that things are looking up for the Lions, but I mean they can't look down, right? But I mean, I think legitimately, like next year, I think you're looking at 5-6 wins, Beard.
That's almost double, man. That's almost triple. We'll take it. And we did that with Tim Boyle yesterday.
I saw your tweet from yesterday. I mean, it worked out. You said best case scenario: Lions play hard, play well, lose, and then didn't you say that Texans win and Jags and Jets don't tie? I mean, it was. Yep. It was it.
Yeah, we're almost guaranteed a top 2 pick now. Now, come on, tell me you agree with this hot take. Nick Foles is the best QB on the Bears.
Nah. I mean, I like Nick Foles a lot. I think he's a great guy. But no, because do you remember a couple years when Nick Foles was the starter?
Yeah,
he started a lot last year.
Or was it last year? Part of the problem was, Nagy's running RPOs with Nick Foles. Nick Foles has got about as much athleticism as I do currently, right now. So it's not like Nick Foles' RPO or read option was really, was keeping defenses honest.
Ooh,
so
first down.
That was I just saw that catch like an hour ago on the 2-point conversion for the Bears. That was what an ending.
Dude, it was awesome, right? They picked him up, almost flips him over. He still gets his feet in. Hell of a play.
What do you think? I mean, the Bears, they played really hard against the Vikes. Great win yesterday. They're still playing hard for Nate. You think there's a way he keeps his job?
I don't think there's any way.
No chance?
I think there's a potential with the new rules that he may lose his job tomorrow or Thursday.
So the latest article today and the big buzz around Chicago is that part of the new rules, and I did not know this, part of the new rules are not that you can just interview, other coaches now early, but you can also do it without firing your coach. And so the rumors today are that Chicago is already lining up interviews, even though they still haven't fired Nagy yet, which is just so awkward if that's true.
Yeah. He's got a winning record, though.
Well, wouldn't you say that had more to do with Mitch Trubisky being such a stud?
Mitch was. Where in the world is Mitch Trubisky?
He's a backup for Buffalo, dude.
Yeah, he's a backup for
Really?
Buffalo.
And
Yeah.
he's a free agent next year, baby.
Yep, many believe he'll be the starting quarterback for the Giants or Carolina next year, potentially.
No.
That's what I've read that. I don't know.
Yeah, he has a big winning record, but he did inherit a pretty good team, if I remember correctly, Matt Nagy. Didn't he inherit the Vic Fangio-led Bears?
Yes, my friend.
Oh yeah, they were. Those teams were predicated on defense.
Yeah. Bison Thumper, who I'm sure you remember from last year because he's just a legend, Burke.
Legend.
Says, Mr. Burke, would you fire your offensive coordinator if they called a play to throw a pass 5 yards when it's 3rd and 9?
I think I know to which he is referring. Speaking of coaches that should get fired, hopefully Mike Zimmer is on that list.
What's next for him? Does he go somewhere else?
I don't think as a head coach. I mean, I think that's one of the things I was talking about on the radio is, you're trying to figure out, do we keep him? Do we not? It's like, okay, if he were to get fired, would any team be like, oh yes, let's get an interview set up with Mike Zimmer as our head coach? Like, I don't think you do, which I'm not saying that's the litmus test for whether you should fire your coach or not. But I mean, I don't think he's shown anybody that that he's a great head coach in this league. And you've given him 8 years, and I think the general feeling is that this roster, although it definitely has some holes, but there's some super talented guys. I mean, you've got one of the best 3 running backs in the league. You got one of the top. You probably got the best wide receiver duo in the league. You're a 500 coach for 8 years. It's time to go.
Yeah, their offense is definitely underperforming this year with a lot of talent. Fellas, my son needs his dinosaur blanket and his Pokemon blanket wrapped around him, so I'll be right back.
We call that the super tight tuck end at the Burke house.
That's right.
Or the daily double. It's one heck of a swaddle.
Dave,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't have a dream, and I don't say like I had a vision, but maybe there's a thought that came to me this week. I've been power washing my driveway. What you got to do down here in Florida.
Yep.
Once a year. So I spent like 10 hours power washing this week. So a lot of time to think, and there's a loud noise running, so nobody can, you just kind of go into the zone. I was thinking, maybe me and you, I think you and I should do a podcast.
With what kind of subject?
I thought the title of it would be, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Well, there's two titles. Maybe chat could tell us which is better. Offensive lines or talking about stuff.
I like to play on words with the offensive lines, but I mean, I don't think that anything that you or I would probably say would aim to be particularly offensive to somebody.
Yeah, we're not like shock jocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And what was it? What was the second one?
Talking about stuff.
Talking about stuff. There's a lot of stuff to talk about because that leaves it kind of wide open.
Yeah.
Offensive lines might also make people think it'd be like sports related and all about offensive lines, which I know is probably the most exciting part of a football game to most offensive linemen. But to the rest of us, I'm not sure.
Okay. Just think about it, Dave. Just think about it. You don't seem like you got super excited. You didn't come alive when I said the idea. So
no.
What's the idea? What'd I miss?
Burke and I were talking about doing a podcast.
But here's the thing. I don't listen to podcasts because they're too long. Yeah, I don't have an hour a day. Everyone's like, oh, you got to listen to Joe Rogan. You got to listen to, Adam, all these guys with these huge. Who has hours a day to listen to podcasts?
I have no idea. I always think about somebody who has an hour-long commute, right? So they can maybe listen to 2. I don't know how anyone's listening to 5 or 6.
Did you just see this hit?
They do a little flip.
No, watch Gesicki, yeah, or Gesicki, boom.
Full somersault.
One somersault, and then he gets hammered as he's trying to get in midair. Hey, Matt, if we did do the podcast, we can incorporate one of the best features of our live stream that we do here that revolves around you. And we told you about this last week.
Yeah.
Matt Burke's tweet of the week. And I'm not fumble.
Dude, I think Miami got it back after that weird bounce.
Tua choked that thing. Boop.
Yep.
Yeah, they did get it back. So I did see you started tweeting back again after the Christmas holiday, Matt.
That's true. That's true.
That is true. So, it's only been a few days. So we try to look at the whole week and find out what is worthy of being the tweet of the week.
I already know which one it is.
I saw a couple.
He already knows.
I saw a couple and narrowed it down. One of them was football based. One of them was kind of talking about some stuff. And the one I think is probably the best tweet of the week, Matt threw out today to the audience. And I've always told you, if you're not following Matt Burke on Twitter, follow Matt Burke on Twitter because he has just an amazing way of not offending people and going low and calling names, but just getting a point across in a very friendly way to say what he wants to say. So the conversation was revolving around vaccines and COVID and things like that. And someone tweeted to Mr. Burke today and said, so you think protection is dumb? A vaccine is dumb unless it gives perfect protection? Let's eliminate seatbelts and condoms while we're at it, since those aren't 100% perfect. And Matt Burke's response, I've got 8 kids. Never really saw a reason to use a condom. I love it. Matt Burke's tweet of the week.
Dun, dun, dun.
I hope my mom doesn't follow me on Twitter.
But hopefully she does follow us on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's huge Twitch. Huge.
Do you laugh at your own jokes on Twitter?
Oh, I think I'm hilarious.
Yeah, I laugh at mine too.
Yeah. It's Twitter, man. It's supposed to be fun. It's not if you're not having fun on Twitter, why are you on it?
See?
Alex is going to start a hashtag, Matt Burke tweet of the week. Love that.
Let's do it, Alex. Let's do it.
I like Alex. Speaking of Alex, I think Alex might be in my game group. Let me check my game group for tonight. Bob, are you in there, Alex? Let me see. I thought I saw Al. Bud Grant is in my game group tonight.
Bud, 90.
Bud Grant. Kevin Durant in my game group tonight.
Bud is 96 years old, and he's plays Super Squares. That's amazing.
God bless him.
Didn't have a smartphone.
Yep, I remember watching him when I grew up.
I've got Bison Thumper, Walmart Man, for all we know, the inventor of Walmart.
And Alex is in my group. Yep. Fonzie is in my group too.
By the way, I played Raiders Broncos yesterday afternoon, and I won my game group. Thank you very much.
You're also in 4th place in the Skybox right now out of 266 people.
You think I'm not? I am.
It's impressive.
What were your predictions tonight, Matt, for this game?
Well, before I get to my predictions on Super Squares, I did take a bet, which I lost, but I got Paul Allen said he was going to give me 4,000 to 1 odds when I said I think the score tonight was going to be 0-0, because I just expected a defensive battle. I knew there was a chance for a defensive touchdown. I didn't think it would happen in the first 2 minutes, but tonight my prediction is 14-13 Saints. So far I still got a chance.
Yep.
Wow, you do have a chance.
And I'll tell you what, 4,000 to 1 odds. I don't care what the bet is. It's worth a shot, man.
Yeah, I said I wanted 100,000 to 1 because I don't know when the last time a game probably ended 0-0 was, in 1902 when the forward pass was illegal and 3 guys probably died on the field during the game, because that's how football used to be before Teddy Roosevelt saved it.
In the snow.
Yeah.
Uphill.
It's got to be a Bears team that scored 0 points, right? In a 0-0?
Wow. It was the Bears-Lions, I think, in fact.
It might have been.
What do you guys got for tonight? Prediction, final score.
I went Miami 17, New Orleans 13.
Okay.
600 yards of offense and 209 Miami passing.
And I went, as you can tell by the black shirt, I went New Orleans 24-14 over the Dolphins, 632 yards, and Miami leading in passing with 222 for Tua.
Nice.
There have actually been multiple 0-0 games.
Really? But
the last one was the Lions in 1943 against the Giants, 0-0.
43.
That was a good year.
The Bears have been in one. The Packers have been in one, it looks like. Wow. Who knew? But, of course, the last one has to be.
You guys want to hear another
hot take?
Yeah, this is less of a hot take. Just like more of an observation. I'm going to call it a keen observation. Did you watch the Cardinals-Colts game?
Yep.
I did not.
I watched every snap.
Have you seen the Cardinals play yet, Dave?
Yes, several times.
So, to me, Cliff Kingsbury has the most bizarre just body language of any NFL head coach I've ever seen. And, I just couldn't quite put my finger on, what he looks like. And my son nailed it. He said, he looks like he's up to something. Like he's got drugs in his pocket and he knows the cops are standing all around him and he's just like, play it cool, man. Play it cool. Next time you see Cliff Kingsbury on the sidelines, tell me if that's not what he looks like. It's exactly what he looks like. The guy he's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's a goofball, man. That's a good way to describe it.
But I think that's it. He looks like he's up to something. Not drawing up great offensive game plans. One thing he's up to or not up to.
Now the Vikings have been in a lot of primetime games this year, believe it or not. And so I've seen them a lot. And obviously we cover them all here because half the chat's a huge Vikings fan. So I've watched probably every Vikings game this year. Is Zimmer, speaking of body language, the dude, I've never seen a coach lean on his knees and look at the ground more than Zimmer.
Really?
Is that just me? Have you noticed?
I haven't noticed.
Just head up towards the ground, just sitting there, just all the time. Before a fourth down play, after a third down. It's crazy.
I think
Chat, let me know if you agree.
I think he's one of those, old ball coaches that I think he's been doing it a long time, but I think he's a guy. Football's everything. It's really stressful. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a stomach full of ulcers and high blood pressure and all those other things.
Hey, a hot take, as long as we're talking about the people, the way they look and body language and all that stuff. I'm not sure if it's just because we're in that time of the year and Christmas, but yesterday I walked into the studio and I looked over at the TV and I saw Joe Burrow being interviewed and he had on a Santa hat. And I'm like, that's like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. I mean,
yes.
He looked like, I can't unsee it. I look back and I said to Megan, she starts laughing. I'm like, you look just like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, he does. He's got the same eyes. Here's a hot take for you. I'm selling the Cincinnati Bengals.
Do you own the Cincinnati Bengals?
No, I'm just if they were a stock.
I get it.
I buy or sell.
I'm selling them. I mean, and I like the fact that they're going to win the AFC North. I like Joe Burrow a lot. The fact he threw for 525 yards yesterday, that was fantastic. Good for him.
Crazy.
But it's not that they're not that good. Just telling you.
What, like their O-line and their defense?
Yeah, they're just they're obviously better, but they're not even in the conversation of they're one and done in the playoffs. Mark my words. O-line's not great. It's just, I don't know, the defense. I feel like for as much money as they spent on the defense, it should be better. I bet you next year it'll be really good. But this year, it's kind of meh. My opinion.
I don't necessarily disagree. I've been saying the last 2 weeks that I think that they're a team that nobody really wants to play first in the playoffs. Like they're going to be a tough out.
No, I would say you take a young quarterback and a team that's not used to being in the playoffs. I'd love to play them first.
You take them over Miami. Like, who would you rather play, them or Miami?
Bengals.
Really?
I mean, the scary thing about Miami just has a certain – Miami makes almost everybody they play, the last 6 weeks, they make everybody they play look ugly. It's like that boxer with an awkward style that makes every fighter he fights just not look good.
Like Jake Paul.
Kind of like Jake Paul, yeah. I mean, Miami just kind of. Miami doesn't scare me. I don't think Tua is very good, but they kind of just they got their own brand of ball, their own formula to win. They understand that, and they just win ugly.
Well, I think these last 3 games are going to be telling for them because, New Orleans has a whole bunch of COVID problems and whatnot right now. But they did, I think, when they played the Buccaneers, and shut the Buccaneers out. And they play Tennessee next week. Then they finish with New England, who is, had a couple of bumps, this past couple weeks. But when I look at the Jets twice in that winning streak, the Giants, Carolina, Houston, it's not like they've been, beating the creme de la creme of the National Football League. They've played a lot of bad teams, and so I think this is going to be interesting to see the last 3 games for Miami.
Yep. Yeah, they really don't have any good wins this year.
All right, now the chat is starting to talk about the next head coach potential for the Vikings. Alex, I'm a huge fan of Jim Caldwell, so I hope he gets another shot somewhere in the NFL.
Yeah.
Skeeters keep saying Matt Patricia, and I don't think he's kidding.
He should be kidding.
He should be. He has this theory that I think it's similar to his theory on Aaron Rodgers, that Aaron Rodgers is not going to win another Super Bowl until he goes to Minnesota, and Matt Patricia was a good coach, just not on the Lions.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Keep him away from your organization, y'all. It's telling when Stafford, who never says a bad word about anybody, said, I'll go anywhere this year if you trade me, but not to New England.
He did not get it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he got it. No, he's down.
That was Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Okay, yeah, I just saw him running. I looked up. So Jacoby Brissett, yeah, and he's short.
Minshew, defensive coordinator.
And remember we were talking about your Gaskin anytime touchdown?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So far, he hasn't touched the ball rushing, and he has 1 reception for 6 yards.
Yeah, it was just now.
Yeah, Phillip Lindsay has carried 4 times. Duke Johnson carried 4 times. Brissett with that one right there. So I told you that was going to be a tough one to get, I think, was that Gaskin touchdown, but we'll see.
Rich Rules, were you here earlier when Matt Burke's first spicy take was that the Packers aren't it again? I hope more than anything that Stafford gets to play Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Where do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to wind up next year? Do you think it's going to be Minnesota? I think it might be maybe Denver.
I think he stays in Green Bay. He's got him and Devontae Adams are like on another wavelength. And he's got Devontae Adams. He hasn't had him yet this year, but he's got the best left tackle, David Bakhtiari, which, Aaron's 38 now? 38, you want to make sure, like an Tom Brady's no dummy. Pick a team with a good offensive line. Packers offensive line with Bakhtiari, Runyon, Myers. I mean, you got some good, that'd be a good offensive line for a few more years at least. I think he stays.
Really?
They're both free agents though next year, aren't they? Aaron and Devontae, so they could both go anywhere.
Oh well, yes, I suppose. So you get into salary cap. I don't know.
I feel like next year somebody's going to do what Tampa did last year, and they're going to buy a Super Bowl with Aaron and Devontae. Denver, Pittsburgh, maybe the Saints. You get Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, Kamara, and Aaron Rodgers. My gosh.
And a good offensive line.
Yeah, and that defense.
And Sean Payton. I mean, I'm sure Sean would be a fun guy to play for if you're a quarterback.
Speaking of quarterbacks, and this may add to your point, Matt, about playing Cincinnati like in the first round. So I just looked up sacks this season, who's been sacked the most, who's been sacked the least. And Joe Burrow has been sacked 47 times to lead the National Football League. Tannehill, 45, then it goes down. Lamar Jackson, 38. Justin Fields, 36. Roethlisberger, Carr, Wilson, Goff, Mayfield, Ryan, Heineke, Wilson, Teddy Bridgewater, Lawrence, Herbert. Rodgers down at 27 sacks this season. So what a difference between Joe Burrow, 47, Aaron Rodgers, 27.
Yeah.
And still my favorite quote from Rodgers all year was to Joe Burrow. He's a great guy. He's a great quarterback. Just he needs to start sliding more. Here's the thing, Rich Rules. Winning a championship is tough. I know you know that as a Packer fan, only winning two with two of the best QBs of all time. But all you had to do was literally draft anybody instead of Jordan Love, and the Packers would have had another one. Particularly of the offensive persuasion. All the Lions fans in the chat begging for Rodgers to go to Detroit.
That'd be funny.
Somebody's going to be like, you know what? I want to bring a Super Bowl there.
That was just weird, though, like seeing Brett Favre wearing a Minnesota uniform.
It was. I thought it was weirder. Didn't you think it was even weirder seeing him wear a Jets one? That was weird. That season was weird.
It was weird, but it was still green, and you're used to seeing him in green, and he went over to the AFC, and, it was kind of out of sight, out of mind. Within the same division, wearing Viking purple was weird.
Going back to head coaches, how every year there's like there's a couple hotshot assistants that are going to get head coaching jobs at the end of the year. Like they're always talking about them. Can you think of any assistants right now that are household names that you think are going to be head coaches next year?
I would say there's two. Eric sleeping with Bieniemy, and the Buccaneers offensive coordinator, former Jacksonville Jaguar great,
Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, I'd say one of those two guys, if not both of them, are head coaches next year somewhere.
Well, they've been saying Bieniemy's name for a couple years.
Yeah,
and he hasn't gotten one. And he gets a lot of airtime because he's always standing next to Andy Reid, or they always show him because Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs, are always on prime time. But I don't feel like it's a slam dunk.
I'd say I would want Leftwich more than Bieniemy.
Really? Why?
I just think though it seems like what the Lions are doing, right? Those former players that were never amazing but were good and understood the game. I feel like all the Lions coaches are guys like that. and it's working well. Those players, coaches. I think he's adapted well. I mean, again, what's he doing as an OC? Is it Tom Brady calling it? Is it Arians or is it Leftwich? But whoever is behind that offense, making those adjustments, even just what they did just now without their 4 best players on offense, was pretty incredible.
What's the flag for here?
I didn't see it. I'm praying that nobody hires Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator, has a miracle season this year with that young roster.
Personal foul.
I just don't know how you could say the offensive coordinator for Tom Brady is like, how do you know he's a great coach? How do you have any idea?
Well, it depends. I don't know their organization like I know the Lions one. So it depends on how much control he has over it.
Do you see that personal foul that Kamara just took?
I did not.
It was 4th down. The ref was setting the ball down right in front of the center. The left guard was there, but someone from Miami was like slow standing in front of him to get off the field, and Kamara went up behind him and just chucked him right in the back, two-handed and right in the back. Personal foul, 15 yards. Frustration setting in.
Alvin Kamara is mad because Alvin's got himself on his fantasy team. He's mad.
I've got Simon and Theodore. I don't have Alvin.
I like that.
You see what I did there?
That's good. That's good.
Hughes wants Mike Holmgren back.
Frank, do you have I'm sorry, hold on. I just saw Big Money walk in. Do you have a tie on? And it looked like you had a suit and a tie on. Oh, okay, good. It was just a cummerbund. The lights are so bright I couldn't tell. Okay, Frank does not have a suit and tie on.
Those head coaches, all right. You were saying this last week, Burke. It's kind of a guessing game, right? You got to look at all the people want. They want the offensive coordinator for Green Bay, for Buffalo. They want the defensive coordinator for the Saints, and for the Bucs as well. So, but who's actually in charge of those sides of the ball on those teams?
You don't know. And you don't know. I mean, as a coordinator, you're just in charge of, call it 20, 25 guys. You just gotta. I mean, head coach is like. I mean, that's a whole different ball game. You're in charge of everything. You're in charge of the culture. You got to work with the owner. You got to do everything. It really is a leadership position. I mean, some of the best head coach I ever played for, John Harbaugh. He was a special teams coach for most of his career, and but he wasn't running special teams. He wasn't running offense. He wasn't running defense. It was very much hired his guys, let them do their job. Of course, he had some input, but was all about creating the culture and just letting his guys, let his coaches coach.
I wonder if does anybody want Josh McDaniels? His name comes up every year.
Yeah, but you haven't heard his name much this year. And I would think this year, I mean, you'd think, oh my gosh, right? Take a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
Incredible.
Moose Man says nope. Great question from Goof here. Wants to know if Berkey has any grievances to air since he missed the Festivus for the rest of us stream.
Grievances as far as what?
Anything.
Fill me in on.
So you know what Festivus is, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, in Festivus, they do have at the Festivus table the airing of the grievances, when you can, just let out whatever grievance you have against anybody, anything, whatever it happens to be. And that's one of the tenets of Festivus. So we aired some grievances last Thursday on Festivus, and you weren't here. So yeah, the fam's asking if you have any grievances you want to air.
For instance, I aired one about the zippers. When you wear like a North Face jacket and you sit down and you get that big bump like in the middle of your stomach and the zipper sticks out. You try to push it down, but then it just makes it all weird. I hate that.
Wow. Okay, heady stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I'd really have to think about that. I'm sure I do. I mean, one thing I don't like, I don't want to get too controversial here on the stream, but I just assumed the Saints were playing the Dolphins tonight. And then when I turn on the game, I'm starting to look for certain guys that aren't out there, and I'm looking there on the COVID list. It's like, how do you even know? I mean, you almost have to be like a beat reporter for the team to know exactly who's going to play in these games. It's just like,
yeah,
COVID gone crazy.
John, who was it you were saying last week that was said like 2 weeks ago they had the flu, they were puking and all this
Jared
stuff?
Goff. Yeah, Jared Goff was puking all over the place, fever. Obviously super contagious with the flu, but he was able to play through the game, and then he tested positive with no symptoms, and he's out of the facility and didn't get to play this past weekend.
That's just messed up, man.
And he's not a controversial guy, to come out. He's a lot like Stafford in that way, kind of quiet, doesn't really answer a lot of questions, not in a rude way, but just kind of goes about his business. So for him to just kind of be like, yeah, I'm just really confused, was interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I've got one. All
right, here we go.
This is the biggest. This is huge. This keeps me up at night. They gotta redo this pass interference call. You see it 10 times a Sunday when a receiver will have the defender beat. Like say he's just running a go route down the sidelines. He's got a step or two on him, and then the quarterback underthrows the ball.
Yep. And
the DB is running full speed trying to catch up and doesn't get his head around, and the receiver stops a little bit and runs into the receiver. Even if he doesn't run into the receiver, because he doesn't get his head around, they call pass. They reward the quarterback for a poorly thrown ball.
Yep.
And the second thing is, at halftime, we can go out and try this after we see if one lucky winner gets their mortgage paid for. Run full speed and then try to turn your head around. No, and like they say it all the time. He's just got to turn his head around. He's in good position, but he's just got to turn his head around. You can't do that when you're. Do you ever see Usain Bolt turn his head around when he's running?
Right.
It's almost impossible to do. It doesn't make any sense.
I agree, because a lot of times it's here's the end of a half or the end of a game, and there's 20-something seconds left, and they've got to go 70 yards.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I've got two shots. I got a shot at pass interference, or I got a shot at my guy catching the ball, because there's a good chance, like you said, to just throw that ball up for grabs and throw it short, and they come back, and there's going to be a flag, and you're going to get 40 or 50 yards.
I mean, why doesn't the DB have the right? He's running full speed. Why doesn't he have the right to that space? You know what I'm saying? Just because the receiver pulls up to go get a poorly thrown ball, like, great, the receiver beat him. Now but that's not the end of the play. The quarterback should have to throw a good ball and complete the pass in order to get the yards.
Yeah.
I hate that. And
while we're at it, can we get rid of the taunting rule?
Well, and I'm the last guy in the world that would ever stand up for DBs. I mean, those guys are just different. They're just different.
Starton Park says something, Matt, when you mentioned Usain Bolt, that I was thinking too. I've seen Bolt being, probably like 2 lengths ahead of guys like in qualifying and look to the left and not turn his head all the way around, but seeing him look to the left and look to the right to see if anyone is near him as he coasts across the finish line.
Well, that was a bad example for me to use. Usain Bolt he's not human. He's not human.
Too fast. Yeah, Pac Wyoming agrees with me as well. That taunting stuff is ridiculous. Berkey, I think of you every single time that I see a defensive back who did nothing. Like he got beat, receiver drops the ball, gets up, shakes his finger. No. I think of you every time.
Yeah. They're just different.
Gotta have that crazy confidence.
Lord Goofa with the most serious question of the night. Would I rather fight a chicken every time I got in my car or fight a giant chicken once a year on a random day?
I've never heard that question asked before.
Things that make you go,
One day I go out my driveway and there's a giant chicken. It's like, oh, today's the day.
That happens in Family Guy. I say give me the giant chicken once a year.
I'd go with the giant chicken as well.
You fight a chicken every time you get. How do you fight a regular chicken?
Even just getting a chicken out of your car would be annoying.
I've had chickens. I mean, they're not ferocious animals.
Also,
Saints got a little something cooking here.
It was fake white teeth that was talking about the grievances. Berkey saying maybe spending 10 hours power washing might be a grievance. And when you were talking about power washing, this is something you might want to consider, because I'm living down here. I do the same thing that you do, and it's like, okay, I got to get out and power wash. I don't know if you take care of your own pool or do you have a pool service?
Well, I'm never here, so I got a pool service.
You got a pool service, okay. Do they leave the jugs of chlorine at your house, or do they bring them and pour them in? They probably bring them, right?
Pour them in, yeah.
Yeah, because you can. This is what I do instead of the power wash, and I have found it makes it a little bit easier. I do sometimes, is get the chlorine, the shock for the pool, and I'll put that into my pump sprayer that I use for spraying, whether it's bug spray or weeds or whatever, and spray that over the concrete in the hot sun. Let it kind of rip in and kill all the black and the mold or whatever it is and stuff, and then just kind of hose it down. And it makes it a lot easier instead of pressure washing everything and taking so much time.
I'll tell you something else. I saw this in the chat earlier that brought it up. It said, someone in the chat said, don't power wash in flip-flops. I don't. I power wash in my bare feet. And I did. I mean, I'm not going to hold. I did hit my big toe. And it's a good penny-sized gash right on my big toe. Now, it didn't go deep, but it took that first layer of skin. I don't know. I remember in grade school, you say you had 7 layers of skin. It took the first layer off. I mean, just clean as a whistle.
Just like that, huh? One time, just.
Oh yeah, dude! It's
one split second and shoot, done. You're bleeding.
My neighbor did that. Went right over his foot. Just took the skin all the way off the top of his foot.
Yeah.
I mow my lawn in my bare feet, and I still don't understand why people freak out when I tell them that.
No, dude. Yeah, come on, man.
I can't run over my own foot.
No, you can lose your slip on something, or if you step on something that's. I mean, it's no. You gotta wear shoes or sandals or something.
I can't be the only one who does that.
The only reason I don't cut my lawn in my bare feet, and I cut my own lawn with push behind,
same here.
Is your feet are so green. I mean, the grass, the fresh cut grass, you take doesn't take you 3 days to scrub the green off your feet.
Yeah, but you got to shower anyway right away. So I just kind of rub them on the floor in the shower, and they're good to go.
Well, see, I would disagree. I'm not, cutting my lawn is not a cardio event for me, Beard. Maybe for you, but not for me.
You're telling me you don't shower in a summer day when you mow?
I jump in the pool. I mow my own lawn too. I push behind and then dive in the pool.
I mean, I don't shower. I mean, maybe not right after. Depends.
I actually
nothing better than a shower beer.
I got Crocs in my garage. When I go out and mow the lawn, that's what I use is the Crocs.
Yeah, those Crocs.
I can't picture you in Crocs.
Just to mow the lawn. It's the only time I ever wear them, dude, is when I go out and mow the lawn.
I like you kind of you sound a little bit like my wife, Dave. You're talking about Beard saying, "Oh, you might slip, you might," which like what do you mean? But I mean, yeah, those Crocs are going to offer some great protection if your foot gets underneath that lawnmower.
They do, but the thing is though, and your lawnmower is probably the same way. If I slip, dude, I'm letting go, and the engine may still go, but that blade's going to stop immediately because it's been disengaged. I'm not going to be hanging on up here, sliding underneath it with my foot.
Speaking of great takes, I want to hear your guys' takes on this one. Are you a hash brown person or a breakfast potato person?
Dude, I had hash browns tonight before I came in. I told you on Christmas morning, I always make eggs Benedict for the family. So we had the leftover eggs Benedict tonight and had hash browns. So I'm a hash brown guy.
Hash browns all the way.
Yeah, if they're well done and you can crispy them up, I'm right there with you.
All right, so you ready for a culinary tip that'll change your life?
Ready.
All right, this is the patented Matt Burke egg bake. Okay, pack of hash browns. Get one of those throwaway tins, baking dishes. Pack of hash browns, dozen eggs beaten. Get shredded cheese.
Oh wait, so last we heard was a dozen eggs.
Sausage eggs.
You broke up, Matt.
Beaten up. Bag of hash browns, dozen eggs.
Yep.
Some pre-cooked sausage or pre-cooked bacon and a bag of shredded cheese. You mix all that up. You throw that in the oven. 45 minutes. Comes out. The top is nice and brown. Well done. I mean, it is like, I'm just telling you, it is. I like those meals that are like all in one, where it's just like pot pie, pot pie. It's one, you're just having one thing for dinner, just one thing for breakfast. I can eat, I'm not lying. This is post playing days. I've eaten the whole pan, the whole thing. So,
now,
and then of course, when you have breakfast, whatever you're having for breakfast, you got to put Cholula on it, and you're good to go.
What? Hey, what's Cholula?
What?
Cholula hot sauce.
Yeah, seriously, dude, what's Cholula?
It's the hot sauce with the girl on it that dances.
Oh, okay. I'm not a hot sauce guy, so here's my question though, Matt. If you're not like Matt Burke and you're down in the whole tin, do you cut that like into like triangles like a pie, or do you scoop it out?
No, it's a rectangle. So, I think normal people would probably do like 6 pieces.
Okay.
But you just keep going. It's just so good. And then, you have salt and pepper in that. Yeah. 350 degrees, chat. 350. And Forgety, it's not casserole. It's hot dish. Hot dish.
A nice hot dish.
Tater tot hot dish. I went to a restaurant today. You could get French fries or tater tots.
There you go. It's like a little mini hash brown.
Tater tot. They are.
I'm the same way though with tater tots, man. Tater tots can be way better than French fries if they're crispy.
Yeah, they got. Yeah,
but if they're not, dude, they're gross.
Dave, Dave, how'd you make your hash browns tonight?
In the air fryer.
Ooh.
You don't heat the whole oven up yet. I spray like each side just with a little bit of like Pam or like a little bit of cooking oil. Put them in the air fryer, 360 for like 8 minutes, and just get it so they're nice and crisp around the outside. Yeah, the air fryer, quick, easy way to go.
Wow, brilliant.
I do the old school method. I shred my own potatoes, olive oil on a cast iron, but you got to get that oil hot before you put them in, or it's just going to get super gross and soggy.
So do you do both sides of the hash browns then, Beard? Because you like
just a one-time flip halfway through.
Yeah, got to be
on both sides, right?
Got to be crispy.
But I need to get one of those. I told Jody for when we move, we're going to go to Houston, Florida, North Carolina, somewhere in the next year out of Illinois. And I said, as soon as we go somewhere warm, I got to get one of those tabletop, like Blackstones, I think they call them. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Bro, yeah, you do. What are they called? Let me see.
Do tell.
Yeah, a Blackstone. Here, I'll throw it up on the screen.
Do it.
Make sure my address isn't on here. How do I do? Come on. Huh? All right, here we go. You see that?
Yeah.
It's like a skillet.
Yep, it's like a giant like skillet. You could do burgers on there. You could do a whole breakfast. You could literally throw eggs on one side, bacon, sausage, hash browns, do it all. You could do a whole bunch of taco stuff on there, including the tortillas to warm those up. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff on it, but it's useless when I can only use it 4 months out of the year.
Yeah. What's interesting about Blackstone is the company I work for, like in the daytime, full-time Blue Water, they came to us when they were doing $5 million a year. And before they were in, Walmart, and before they were in, big stores. And within 2 years, we had them over $200 million a year in business they do now.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one of our big customers, man. And we've done like all their stuff for when you see one of their commercials and stuff. Yep.
Like, so I have a gas grill at home, and I probably eat burgers like 4 nights a week.
Good man.
And the worst thing happened. I mean, I'm not a Boy Scout, but I feel like the one thing that should never happen to a man is you don't have a backup propane tank.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Didn't have the backup propane tank. I was just dejected, and my wife said, "Well, can't you just throw them in a pan?" And I'm like, "No, you can't cook burgers in a pan." Beard, you said throw burgers on the Blackstone? No way, dude. You got to have the open flame. You got to have grease dripping down. You have a little like mini grease fires on your grill.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it, man. You can't cook burgers on that thing.
It's nice and easy to control the temp for a nice medium rare burger, but I'm with you, man. I love grilling. I actually make most of mine on my smoker.
You smoke your burgers?
Oh, dude, they're awesome. You go 80 ground beef, 20 brisket, and then it's just unreal. You smoke them for like 45 minutes at like 250, and then you just sear them on a cast iron or on a grill, on a gas grill, and they're perfectly cooked.
Too much work.
I was gonna say it sounds really good, but too much work.
Can't be that much better than the burger off of my grill.
I'll tell you what's good in a pinch is I go over to Sam's Club and get they've got the big old sleeve of burger, the frozen patties, and just take it right out of the freezer, bam, slap it right onto that hot grill, about 5 minutes per side, and it's not bad, man.
I'm gonna tell you, frozen burgers grill well because they don't fall apart.
Yep.
They stayed like the same shape and size, and the problem with the sleeve of burgers from Sam's Club, we're on the same program sometimes, is it's like they come in like 20. Well, they're all stuck together.
Yeah. And
then trying to get you got to get like a chisel and a like a little sledgehammer to get those things separated. And they got the paper in between that never comes off all the way, and you're grilling paper.
I just use that like a big chef's knife and just kind of put it in, give it a little bit of a tweak, a little twist, pop, and it just pops right off.
Well, aren't you talented?
Yeah. It's the tools. It's about working smart, not working hard.
Oh, okay.
But you can't get too skinny of a blade in there to kind of go. You got to get a nice big wide like chef's knife and just pop it right off. My friend.
Frozen beef is how I got stitches a couple weeks ago, man. A couple months ago, I guess now.
Was that thing with your thumb and all that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You trying to separate burgers?
Close. I was trying to get I hate cooking with frozen ground beef. It's different when it's burgers. I like that, but you gotta. I just had to. It's all we had, and I'm trying to open it with the knife and get the styrofoam piece off.
Yeah.
Just slide the knife in between there. I pushed too hard, went the wrong way, stabbed myself in the hand. It was tough. I knew it was bad right away. Hey, Golik's here.
Mike Jr.
There he is.
Mike Jr.
Bob Gold. Oh, it's Mike. Hey, Mike.
Sup?
What's up, Mike?
How we doing?
Doing well.
Better than Ian Book's doing.
Hey. Wait till the second half. Wait till the second half.
Adjustments.
Mm-hmm. Gonna need him. Be nice if the old line actually blocked a little bit for him.
That would be helpful.
10 dropbacks and 5 knockdowns. Feel free. Stand in front of somebody. I mean, my God.
Try to get in somebody's
What's with
way.
those whole linemen?
I'm telling you.
My old O-line coach / head coach, Mike Tice, who, Beard, you were talking about this earlier, about players who were like average NFL players, but a lot of times they're great NFL coaches. Mike Tice, 14 years blocking tight end in the league. Great O-line coach. And he was from Long Island, so he wasn't like, he was really direct. Didn't really care about your feelings too much. And he would say to us sometimes if we weren't playing well at halftime, he'd be like, hey, O-line, they just changed the rule. You can block somebody now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we should ask Golick this, Goof. So Golick, you have to choose between fighting a regular sized chicken every time you get into your car, or fighting a giant chicken once a year on a random date.
I would go once a year.
It's the wrong answer.
On a random date.
It's the wrong answer.
Why is that? Once a year, that's you're talking every time you get in your car. Sometimes you get in your car multiple times a day.
Fighting a regular sized chicken is not like a Herculean feat that has to be performed.
But you just have to do it. You know what? And sometimes you'll do? You'll kind of take it for granted because it's a regular sized chicken, and he'll get a good scratch in on you. Maybe he'll blind you in one eye. But if you fight once a year against a bigger chicken, you'll concentrate.
Point well taken. But if you get your ass kicked by a giant chicken, that's going to find its way on social media, and you'll never live that down.
When you say giant chicken, how big?
Like the San Diego chicken, right? Remember the San Diego chicken?
Exactly.
The San Diego chicken.
With the San Diego chicken. The mascot.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a big. If that was a chicken, that would be big.
A big chicken.
He doesn't fight
chicken.
He doesn't fight fair either, and he's got props. He'd probably distract you with like a water gun and then slap you upside your head.
That is true.
There's been more flags than points this game.
There was all kinds of movement on the offensive line there. I don't know if the defense came across first or whatever, but both sides of the line were moving.
So
and they didn't call that; they called holding.
The offensive line moved. Tell me again, Matt. In the huddle, do you guys get the snap count?
We do. We do.
All right.
They're going on silent count though, Mike, which is I could try to explain it to you, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't understand.
Oh God.
Jeez,
I got a feeling somebody's going to win tonight, and I got a feeling they're going to have a buddy.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
I hope so. It'd be a nice Christmas present.
And it'd be great if it was someone from the chat.
I'm just reading some of the comments in the chat. You can swing a giant chicken in a circle and snap its neck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's great.
Peter Griffin did that.
This will make me sound like more of a man than I am, but I've done that once to a regular sized chicken. And I'm sure the second time you do it, you're better at it than the first. But it's I didn't like it.
Wait, you swung a chicken around?
No, that's how when you harvest chickens, that's you just grab them by the neck and you do it. They make it sound so simple. You just kind of do this little circle and kind of jerk and you snap its neck.
Oh, that's no fun for the chicken.
Well, no, it's It's just food, but it's
Tell that to the chicken.
It's not fun for anybody.
Berg, I can relate to that, man. We had a mouse we caught last year in our house, first one ever in my house, and the mouse trap didn't kill it. And I didn't have the heart to take a shovel and just go outside, and so I threw it in a garbage bag. And this makes me sound like a psycho, way worse than a shovel. I put him in a garbage bag, and I just pounded him on the cement on the porch.
Oh, God, come on.
Because then I couldn't see it at least.
What are you doing?
Couldn't do that.
That's like Clark Griswold. I'm going to cover it with the coat and smack it with a hammer.
Oh,
I felt horrible.
I would hope so.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So swear this is a true story. Today I'm pulling in it's like noon, coming back with the boys. I'm in Florida, Mike, and my house is on kind of a busy street, and I'm pulling into my place, and on the other side, on the shoulder of the road, my son says, "Dad, I think there's a dead cat over there." And, in Florida, you got all sorts of animals. I mean, you got armadillos.
Yeah.
Possum. You got you see there's serious stuff going on. I don't want to know what's going on behind my house because it's all jungle. And I'm like, no, I think it's a possum. And so we get out. I'm like, oh, it is. It's a cat. And you don't see dead cats real often, right?
No.
Cats are. Well, long story short, then I see my daughter later today. She's 16, so she got home last night, after I was sleeping. She said, "Dad, when it was in my driveway, not so they found a dead palm and Beard, they're tougher than you and me. Her and her friend scooped it up with the dead palm and moved it across the street.
Oh
my gosh.
Because they didn't want to drive over it.
Oh.
But it was it wasn't flattened, it was a full, it looked like a sleeping cat.
Oh, God.
I could never.
yeah.
That's tough.
I was actually kind of proud of her.
One of those proud core memory moments.
Yeah. Well, scoop up a dead cat.
There's a lot on the line here right now. 2nd and 2. The square right now for a perfect square is F. That could be changing.
Bison thumper.
Remember, everybody, that obviously you can still cheer for your square now, but it's their third quarter square at the beginning that needs to match up here.
I'm not sure what they're arguing about because the ruling on the field was a catch. They reviewed it, said it was a catch. It must be how much time's on the clock.
Yeah.
They said that was a catch? I thought it hit the ground.
They showed it 6 ways till Sunday. It looked like it was just about to hit the ground when he got his hand underneath it. I don't think there was enough evidence to overturn it. It was really close.
By the way, I'm in 4th place in the Super Square Skybox. In 3rd place is Reactor 1.
I haven't done any of my reactions yet, so I'm probably in last place.
Yeah, I have not either. All right, 3rd and 2. What's Tua gonna do? We cover everything here, Cater, from grilling to dead cats.
It's a lot. It's a wide variety. It's a sweeping variety. Matt, I'm going to Green Bay Sunday to call the Minnesota Green Bay game. That should be nice that'll be nice and warm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look forward to that.
Sacked.
That's the Sunday night game, right?
Yeah.
Vikings looking to sweep Green Bay this year.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to win at the casino.
Is there a casino in Green Bay?
Oneida.
It's connected to the Radisson where I'm staying.
It's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
When you play in Green Bay, you don't stay in. Well, back in the day, you didn't stay in Green Bay because there's only like one.
Right. Stay in Appleton.
Yes, you'd stay in Appleton, and the drive from Appleton to Green Bay, it's not like you're driving. It's not like Appleton is a suburb of Green Bay. I mean, it's like you're driving literally on 2-lane road through cornfields to get to Green Bay. And of course, it'd be just a house out in the middle of nowhere. And that was the route to get to Green Bay. And they would know every visiting team stay in Appleton. And these houses, these folks, I mean, they knew what time our buses were heading out, and they would get the lawn chairs out and have believe it or not, a frosty beverage in their hands. And
no way.
Yeah. And they give you the Green Bay Packers salute on your way to the game, tell you that you're number one. It was pretty fantastic. Like there's nothing else like it, you know? I mean, there's just nothing else like it. A town of 90,000 people has an NFL team.
I do believe they're actually still staying in Appleton.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Yeah, one time Appleton hotels had an issue, and so they had to stay in Manitowoc, where I lived. You thought the town was going to shut down. It was wild. Did he make that first one that didn't count?
Yeah, no, they called the timeout. He still booted it 59 yards. It looks closer to 58 to me. 59 yards, and it was good. And it had plenty of distance to go 65.
Do it again.
Let's see. Oh, he misses that one. He made the first one, though. Wow.
Ice in the kicker does work sometimes.
See?
Sometimes.
And he preserved my partial square, second partial.
I got nothing.
It's gonna be F. The best is when the ice completely fails and they miss the first one and then make the next one.
Yeah.
Well, statistics show icing the kicker does not work.
Right. Does not.
You can't ice ice.
Ice, baby.
But you
Wasn't
can
that the great
baby.
Mort Anderson said that, right?
That was the great Morton Anderson told us last year. You can't ice ice.
Wow.
One of the best interviews I've ever done. He was unbelievable.
He was great.
He's like, I made that kick 3 nights beforehand in my hotel room. I envisioned every single scenario from every corner of the field. It's all mental. I love that guy.
So one year when I was with the Vikes, he was our kicker, and he was about, 73 years old. And our punter was a guy named Darren Bennett. Darren was from Australia. No, like legitimately, Darren, like Morton was almost 40. Darren was almost 40. Darren's the one that invented in the NFL. He brought it over from Australia, kicking the ball on its nose so he was the first. He did it for the Chargers forever. We signed him. So those two guys, they're both like 40. They both got accents. They're both a little kooky because they're foreigners and they're kickers. And they would sit next to each other in team meetings, and they couldn't have given a hoot about, you got all these 23-year-old, 24-year-old guys talking about what they're they couldn't have cared less. Everyone making fun. Like, they were just like, they were like the coolest dudes because they didn't care about anything. And they're just going to go out there, do their jobs, and go home. I'm sure they left before practice was over. They're like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't need to stick around.
What am I staying for?
It was fantastic.
That is awesome. Veggie 1975 in the chat has F.
I got a U.
That ain't gonna do it.
F you?
Yeah, that's what I got.
JJ Philly has it in the skybox. Queen from Burnsville, Minnesota has it.
Burnsville.
You know where that is?
Yeah, I co-founded a high school that's in Burnsville.
Sweet.
Nice.
Didn't mean to come on a little strong there, but
Wow, I guess he knows where it is.
I am the mayor of Burnsville.
There's a bunch of people in chat that say they have it.
More importantly, I moved up to second place in beer for a year and the Super Square Skybox.
Wow.
Beer for a year sounds so good.
I'm coming for you, Mello.
Hey, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Money Frank's putting a microphone on.
Uh-oh.
Coming out here with the secret list of not just who has F, but who is also a Valpak VIP. Very important.
Uh-huh. Well, I like this one.
This is going to be nuts.
How's everybody doing?
There he is.
Frank, you look so official with that paper, man.
It's like David Letterman used to always go like this.
Yep.
All right, text is out to our first winner, and this person has a buddy
Oh.
and a buddy who happens to be on chat, I think.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see.
Really?
Yes. The first contestant is Liz. Millie Mills is her screen name from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
Dude, Millie Mills is in our Skybox every week.
And her buddy is Pack-a-Punch.
No way.
Yes.
Yes. And I texted Millie Mills. She's been, I think the tweet went out for her to get ready to, I'm asking her, can she be on the stream? If Pack-a-Punch is here, he may want to reach out to his friend.
You're not kidding.
We'll
But
find
that's
out any second if he's here or not.
Because that's what buddies do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Be a buddy.
Be a buddy. I'm going to give her about 10 more seconds. Then we're going to call Liz.
Have we seen Pack-a-Punch in the chat tonight, John?
I have not. Tundra's here. I always confuse Tundra with Packa, but
Yeah, I haven't seen Pack-a-Punch either.
I hope he and Liz isn't out hanging out someplace, not watching this terrific football game and playing super squares. I mean, come on. It's Monday night.
Well, but Frank, it is in the most beautiful stadium of all NFL stadiums.
I tell you, every time I watch this stadium, it's so depressing in there. It's like it's dark. It's darker in that underneath those balconies than it is outside.
Hey, on February 3rd, 2013, it was not depressing.
All right, Tim, we're gonna have to call Liz.
Oh, Liz.
come on, Liz.
Liz.
Dude, how does nobody in chat have Pack-a-Punch's number?
Oh,
She's not accepting calls.
the person is
at
not
all.
accepting calls.
No.
Wait, so the
One
number's
more
wrong.
time, Tim, just to make sure.
Maybe it was a busy circuit or something. It happens sometimes.
She's not accepting calls. Liz is not. This is the call Liz is going to want to have accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz.
Accepting calls at this time.
Oh, same
Oh,
thing
ladies
again.
and gentlemen.
Man.
Remember the old days, and
Dude.
remember the old days when you could call the operator and say,
Yeah.
like, you get a busy signal, you say, "Hey,
Yeah, I
this
need
is
to break in.
I need to break in. Yeah.
That's what you need right here."
Oh,
We're going to move on.
Oh,
Oh,
Liz.
Sorry.
Oh, the Bubbo says, hang on, it's my brother.
Well, I'm sorry. We got rules here, my friend.
oh,
It's I texted her. We
Wow.
tweeted her.
and called
Wow.
twice.
Called her twice, and
Yeah.
we're on to the next person. I'm sorry.
Is that Nathan?
It's Nathan from Farmington, Minnesota.
is that
Yeah,
the, is
baby.
it the potato?
Potato 2727.
Potato. Is it potato or potato?
Don't mean to be ruthless, but we got to get going here, man.
Hey, fake white teeth. I got 2 of those calls today. They were so concerned about me as soon as Christmas was over that the extended warranty on my car had run out. I got 2 calls today.
Hopefully you re-upped it, Dave.
All right. So we just texted Nathan. Going to text him right now.
Come on, Nathan.
Does Nathan have a buddy?
He's from Minnesota. I should be his buddy. Anybody from Minnesota, if they don't, I should.
Oh, he
does have a
He
buddy.
has a buddy. Guess whose buddy is?
PA.
Yes. Did he go this week and at least update his stuff?
No, he did not.
Oh.
Oh no!
That is
Nobody
funny.
tell PA.
Man, oh man.
Oh my gosh. 7375. Okay, this one's an iPhone, so we know I can tell if he's gotten or not. Hold on a minute.
iPhone is the best phone.
All right, I just texted Nathan. He's got 30 seconds to respond.
Come on, Nathan.
Potato 2727.
I wonder if he likes breakfast potatoes or hash browns.
Weren't you just talking about that?
That's what I'm
Kinda
saying. Yeah, we have to
background.
ask him. We have to find out. Inquiring minds want to know. He's a potato guy.
Where's Farmington in Minnesota, Matt?
Farmington, it's just a south suburb, St. Paul. It's part of the metro area.
The flop sweat. What's he talking about?
I would go hash browns over breakfast potatoes.
That's
Hey,
right.
we're all on the same page then so far. Yeah.
Hey, Jen Wheeler says she lives there.
It's nice. Farmington's nice.
It's gonna be a lot nicer if Nathan calls.
I'm going to give Nathan 15 seconds more. I texted it to the group.
This is going to make Q Spark
Oh.
feel better. Q Spark, who just did not quite have the answer for us a couple weeks ago, he reminds us of that every time he joins us. He's been in every stream since that happened. He's a great guy. And now PA has lost 2 mortgages. So let that feel a lot better for you there, Q's.
Wow. Wow.
Did you get that?
Talk about not learning your lesson.
Wait a second. He says he didn't have a perfect square, but he has one now.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that it's this one, not the one from halftime.
Are you ready, my friend?
All right, looks like we have.
Yeah, he says I didn't have a perfect square. He's right. He probably didn't, but he does now.
That he does
What a
now.
nice guy, being honest.
Come on, Nathan. Jeez.
Join our stream or take a call. He's teasing me. Sometimes you just can't help people. Uh-oh, he's typing me back. Sure. Okay. Join us at here is the stream. q.cr/ All right. Nathan Peach or Peich? P-I-E-T-S-C-H.
Peach?
AKA Potato 2727.
I just call him Potato.
This called Potato, Mr. Potato?
Mr. Potato.
He's from
Potato.
Farmington.
Hey, he's a farmer of potatoes.
Tater salad.
They call me
Tater salad.
That's funny.
Ryan Jean already wants to know who was 3rd on the list.
Somebody from Wilson, North Carolina. Hoops All Stars. Nate's on, though.
Nate's coming in.
All righty.
Don't forget, we have a special guest tonight, too.
Nate,
Hey,
how are you, sir?
Nate.
good. How about you?
Nate, how you doing, man?
Excellent.
All right. Before we get to the 2 questions, this may be the most important question. Breakfast potatoes or hash browns?
Hash browns.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Right?
That's right.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. Well done. Okay. Well, that certainly for what you're looking for now was not the most important question, but we are getting ready. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If you get them, answer them correctly, you will win home free until 2023. Rent or mortgage paid for all of 2022, up to 20 grand. Do you believe you're going to get these 2 questions right?
I think so.
All right. Well, if you believe, then you will, my friend. Here we go. Question number 1. Who is tonight's Valpak VIP sponsor?
Ice Shaker.
There you go. Question number 1 done correctly. Well done, Nathan. Well
One
done.
down, one to go.
Okay. Now, before we ask you question number 2, I would like to bring in former NFLer and inventor of the Ice Shaker, Chris Gronkowski, is going to join us right now. Chris!
Hey!
Chris.
Please,
What's
What's up, mate?
Hey, how's it going?
You're not even pumped up, man. You're about to win a mortgage.
I know, Nate. You got to get pumped, man, for this. You got to get pumped. So, Chris, again, we're going to play the ad, but quickly tell us, man, your deal behind this, your thought behind it, and how it all came to be.
Yeah, man. Finished playing football, was working out twice a day. I was here in Texas. It's hot. The bottle I was bringing to the gym was sweating. I just wanted one bottle I could use all day, every day for everything. Mix up protein shakes, but also just chill by the pool, drink some water out of it as well. So created an insulated kitchen-grade stainless steel shaker bottle. Does it all, man. And it's been good. Got on Shark Tank, got offers from Mark Cuban, Alex Rodriguez, and I've been doing this for 5 years now.
Those are 2 guys to get offers from. If I were on Shark Tank, I would look for those guys as well. So it's a monster thing now, Nathan. If you answer this one more question about a friend, we're going to play this ad for you. You are going to be home free until 2023. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the ad live for you, and then Chris is going to ask you a question. He's going to give you the 4 answers, the multiple choice, and then you give the answer that what you think is correct. Okay? Is that all cool? You got it?
All right.
All right. So let's play the ad right now for him.
Let's go, Nate.
Grab you an ice shaker today.
All right, Nathan. So there's the ad. And now everybody needs to whoever on the chat and all that, everybody needs to stay quiet for this. Chris is going to read you the question and then the 4 answers, and then you give your answer. Go ahead, Chris.
Here we go. Here we go. So how long does an ice shaker hold ice for? Under 3 hours,
30
3
plus
days,
hours.
48 hours, or 30 plus hours? You want me to
30
read that
plus.
again?
30
Yeah,
wow.
numerous
He-
times.
He didn't
Man,
even
he's
want to.
locking it in, man. Is that your final answer?
Yep.
This is for a mortgage. Are you sure?
Yep.
There you go.
All right, locking it in. Let's
Well
go.
done, Nathan. Well done. You are mortgage free until 2023.
Awesome.
How awesome is that, dude? For
I think my
playing-
wife's more excited than I am.
I don't know how you can't be so excited. I mean, my God, for
A little
playing
more shocked.
for playing Super Squares and answering 2 questions, you have our mortgage free to 2023. Do you have a buddy?
It's PA. I was
Oh,
PA
yeah.
and Burke.
Oh man, what did your wife say?
She said I'm talking to Chris Gronk right now. My son.
Yeah, you are. So, all right, man. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? So your wife really is more excited than you are, you think?
I think she is. She's,
Oh my God, I'm
she's
so
bouncing
excited.
around.
Bring
there
the
you
wife on. Let's say what's up to her.
Yeah. Let's say what's up to her. How you doing?
Hey, what's
Congrats.
up?
What's
I
your
like it.
name?
Ashley.
Ashley. So, in all honesty, I mean, how much is this going to help? How cool is this?
This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. We were just talking about summer vacation and trying to figure out how we'd afford it. Oh my God, you guys. This is absolutely amazing for our family.
Well,
Thank
that
you
is
so
awesome.
much.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations,
Congrats,
Ashley.
That
Hey,
is
Nathan.
awesome.
Nate.
Yep.
How long you been doing Super Squares?
Since the beginning.
Oh, you have. All right,
Yeah.
there we go. We got a lifer.
Listen to PA's show every morning. And when Burke first started it, I joined on.
Well, good deal, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Very, very cool.
Thank you.
All right, if you're able to go to take that vacation, hope you have a good time, man. Well done.
Thanks.
All right,
Thank you,
man.
Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Congrats, Nate.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Somebody be calling you in the morning. Thank you very
Yep.
much for playing.
Thanks,
Okay,
Nate.
thanks.
Hey, Gronk, we appreciate it, man. Chris, thanks very
Yeah,
much.
for sure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Nice of you to do. Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
everything.
Continued success, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care, guys.
See you, Chris.
See ya.
All right. See ya. All right, there we go. Pretty cool.
How about that?
Very cool.
Yeah. I love it. My wife's more excited than me. I don't know how okay, he saved it a little by saying he was more shocked, but I mean, my God, you're mortgage free until 2023. That's so cool.
I don't know if it was funnier that his wife was more excited or when Gronk said he drinks water out of his ice shaker by the pool.
Yeah. Oh man. Wow, that was cool. That was fun. Frank, that's a great thing, man.
Yeah, Mike, we appreciate very much you being with us for the last 6 weeks. And we're going to do one more of these, as you know, the bigger game 5 on January the 9th.
Right.
He's going to get home free till 23 and a brand new Polaris electric vehicle.
Man.
Wow.
And we may have some other surprises coming during the playoffs, Mike, right?
Like that. And I'm sure everybody else is going to like that, man. And man, I feel for the people who didn't answer their phone first. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's tough. It happens,
And-
but that's part of the game, right?
It's exactly right. All right. Well done. All right. I got to go cheer on Ian Book, my Notre Dame man, to try and
Come on, Boogie.
bring them
Thank
back
you.
a little bit.
Hey, Mike, have a safe and happy and healthy new year, my friend.
Thanks. You guys as well. I'll be talking to you.
See you, Mike.
Maybe his wife just does all the budgeting like my wife does.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to ask that and go, does she pay all the bills? Because then it's like you take that the wrong way. And my wife does all the bills in our house. She takes care of all that, pays everything online, does everything. So,
Dude, that'd be me. I mean, I'm excited in general, so I probably would freak out a little more than that. But I'd be like, is this good for us? Like, how good is this for us?
That's funny. That was good.
Great.
Pack a punch, man. Pack a punch.
man.
Dude, he's going to be in here tonight. Mark my words.
Oh.
Haven't seen him yet.
Jenny Girl X wants to win it too. Keep playing, Jenny. Got one more week of collecting booster points too, right? After this, the last game for getting boosters is a week from today. So keep going, keep playing. Heads down.
Hands down.
Fake what he says, pack a gut punch.
Yep. Yep.
There he is. There's Packa.
No, wait. Is he right here?
He's here.
Oh, pack a punch, bro.
Oh, Q Spark. It's going to be all right, man. Just something better will even happen.
Yep.
Pack a punch. She has her phone in front of me. Oh, this is painful.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And there's a pick.
Interception. What a bad throw.
That was rough. Is that Lattimore? Did Lattimore catch that? He did.
Yep.
Berkey, what would you put in that ice shaker by the pool?
Anything but water.
Yeah.
I don't need an ice shaker to drink water.
Yeah, I'll take one in the summertime, because if you have after you mow the lawn, and you're doing it by yourself with a push mower and it's hot and everything and you want to cool down, jump in the pool. But if you put a beer out there in a bottle, it just gets warm too quick. So I would just take a Frosty Bev, put it inside, carefully tilt it so I'm not getting a lot of foam into the ice shaker, tighten it back down and enjoy that Frosty Bev for a while.
And then shake it.
No, I wouldn't shake it. I wouldn't shake it.
Just like a Buchanan.
Yeah,
I always shake it in the shower. Yeah. The Duke Cannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something kind of controversial. Change the subject. It just doesn't. It just doesn't look right. A left-handed quarterback. It just doesn't look good. The ball coming out of any left-handed quarterback's hands.
Yeah, it doesn't. Would you say it doesn't look right?
It just doesn't look right. I mean, like a pure jump shooter, right-handed or left-handed, doesn't matter. But a guy throwing a football left-handed, I mean, it's kind of like baseball. You know how like baseball left-handed swings always look better than right-handed? Or the greatest swings of all time, Will Clark, Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, Junior.
They're left-handed, right? There's something about a lefty in baseball. Something just looks better. It's the opposite for throwing a football. Just doesn't look good. Even Boomer Esiason or Kenny Stabler. I mean, they're great. They're good players, but just you wouldn't say like, oh, just he throws the ball so well.
Does the ball spin? The ball spins in a different direction, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So in the northern hemisphere, a right-handed quarterback has an advantage, but in Peru, my friend, the lefties dominate.
Well, that's why I don't know if you were here when I was talking about our punter, Darren Bennett, who was from Australia. But that's why he had such an advantage, because he was right-footed, but because he was from Australia, the ball spun the other way.
Did you guys really talk about that today? Yeah. Are you kidding me? That's funny.
Going back to that conversation, Nate reminded me of Morton Anderson. You couldn't ice. Nate was like,
didn't want to hear it. Didn't want to hear the choices.
It's like, come on. It's like
just hand the check to my wife.
Yeah, I do this all day.
That's a tough question too. That one.
What? Yeah, well, I guess there's a lot going on in that ad, isn't there?
Well, yeah, there's a lot going on, and then it's 30 or 48. Like they're so close.
Yeah, but he's been playing since day one, so he knows. You know, we know that it won't sweat. We know that it doesn't absorb water. We know
won't
that
stink.
30 plus hours.
It really doesn't stink either, ever.
You know what's interesting in this game right now is Ian Book has 70 yards passing and Tua has 116 yards passing. So he very well on this drive could take over the passing lead.
Yeah, what is it right now?
Right now it's 70 to 116.
What was your prediction?
Mine was 222 for Tua.
My prediction for really? Passer. I was 100. I was 152.
I was 173.
I went 209 Miami, 91 right now. Wow.
I'm right there with you, Berkey. Take a look at the leaderboard, the Super Scores leaderboard. You're
I know
second.
you are.
I'm seventh, man.
Oh, you're seventh.
Where's Beard? Is he in there somewhere?
Go to the
I haven't done my reactions yet.
Okay.
I was waiting until second half. So
you're gonna do one of those on us, aren't you?
I am. I don't have any squares yet. That could change, but my predictors are at 10 and all still alive.
Sean Payton turned to the sidelines during that timeout. He's all upset. He's saying, "What's my quarterback's name again?"
Yeah, Skeet pointed out. I'm looking at the box score. I'm not taking into account the sacks and everything and stuff. Skeet says with the sacks it's 91 to 52. I'm just looking at the box score right now for passing yards in the official box score.
What's ESPN say? I think they take all that in consideration.
I don't know. I can pop them up.
Yeah, so Nate got his big day because of that sack that happened at the end of the second quarter. That field goal would have gotten in. Nate would not have gotten a call.
Yeah, this is 70 to 116
on
ESPN as well. So it's the it's the same.
So far, everybody was right on their scores. Low scoring game.
Yep, so far.
Berkey, how come they never take out the O lineman when the game's kind of over?
Yeah, because
they'll take out the receivers, the QB, RB.
Because we're just warriors. No, you only dress 7 or 8 O linemen, and I don't know. I used to go in for Randall McDaniel a lot when I was a backup, but he was like 10-time Pro Bowler and he was old, so he would come over. Like he would decide. He's like, all right, this game's over. You're going in. Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, Burke, you said you got a forest behind your house or a jungle, right?
Yeah.
The jungle.
Have you seen like any bobcats or bears or anything like that? I know my sister-in-law and them down there, they like right across the street from them is like a forest preserve like that. And a couple weeks ago, a bear just came walking out with mom with a cub and walked down the street and back in. Do you ever see that stuff?
Yeah, I got home one time at 1 a.m. I had a late flight, got back when we lived here, and was standing out by my car in the driveway finishing up a phone call, actually. And bear just came walking out from the other side of my car.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I just went up and just pet him on the head. Nice.
The bears.
So he was a Chicago Bear.
He was very docile. Kind of slow.
Over, he scratched his belly for a while.
Not very athletic.
He had a shirt on that said "Fire Nagy." At this point, I think they just need to. I told Dave this yesterday. Just got to pull the Band-Aid, man. The guy's getting screamed at by the fans as he walks into the locker room. Just horrible obscenities. I know they're used to hearing that, but not from the whole stadium.
Yeah.
Just let them go enjoy the rest of 2021.
Or he goes out on a win yesterday with probably the gutsiest call of his coaching career to go for the win on the 2-point conversion in the pass and go out on a high note. Possibly.
Fogarty, you're right. That Fogarty brings up a good point. It should be, would you fight a miniature bear every day of your life or regular once a year? That should be the question.
I missed that whole chicken thing. I was trying to get some work done, but don't go there with it.
I was going to say we could ask you the question, but I'm not really sure there's a right answer. It's just kind of.
There's a right answer.
There's a right answer.
Oh gosh,
dude, my goal is to be as jacked as Gronkowski, so that the first thing I do anytime someone puts a camera on me is just stick my arm straight up in the air and flex. Like you got to be a certain kind of cut. That's like your go-to. Hey guys, that's not even in the top 50 things I think to do when the camera's on me.
Instead of waving high like this, with the
yeah, exactly. That's me. They turn the camera on like, hey guys, welcome everybody, good to see you. Imagine starting the stream. What's up, y'all?
If I looked at him, I'd throw all my shirts away.
But Matt, you did though at one point because we saw that oiled down picture.
Do you mean the poster in my room?
Yeah. John shows us that picture once in a while.
That guy only existed for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
What a catch! Wow.
I don't know if they put this on the TV or not, but the Saints on third down tonight are 0 for 7 for negative 20 yards.
Wow.
And a pick six.
Which is why we haven't seen Dexter yet.
Yeah, where's Dexter? Where's Dexter when you need him?
What you didn't see on that great third down play was a DB blitzed and ran over the right tackle.
Nice catch.
Number 20's got to be a DB.
You're saying that's not a good look for the right tackle.
That right tackle is going to get killed in the film room. He's going to try to say, "Oh, my foot got stuck in the turf."
So does every single position group really watch every snap of every game?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. If you're on offense, you watch every offensive snap. Yeah, for sure.
And that takes, how long would you say that takes? People jaw in?
Probably an hour and a half.
Wow.
Well, there's 11 and a half minutes of football. Is that right?
Something like that. No, I think it's less than that.
Skeet posed a good question.
Finally.
It's if you got stranded on an island, this is kind of along the small chickens and the big chicken once a year kind of thing. If you got stranded on an island and a mermaid swam up, would you rather have the mermaid have a top half as a fish or the bottom half as a fish? Now, I've always thought mermaids were just like the bottom half was a fish. I didn't know you could choose, but I guess if a mermaid swam up, would you rather have them be top half fish or bottom half fish?
I'd definitely say the top half.
Top half of fish?
Because that's what you look at. I don't want to be looking at the fish face.
No, that would be the top half would be a fish, you're saying. It would be a fish face. Would the top half,
the female's at the top half.
female be the top half?
Yeah.
And a fish bottom, like normal, like a fishtail.
Yeah. Like a normal mermaid.
Like that's what I'm saying. I thought that's the way all mermaids were.
like a manatee, right?
I didn't know there was I didn't know there was a choice.
Well, apparently there's a choice. In Skeeter's world, he has fishy heads, female bottoms.
Yeah.
And we'll just stop at that.
Fogarty, how could it swim? Like a frog?
I guess it could probably do a lot of different strokes. It could, it could do the breaststroke. Could do the.
Could be like that amazing female
backstroke.
swimmer in Penn that Penn has, right?
Yeah.
Could swim like that.
Yeah, exactly.
80s, Dave, you're talking about mermaids. Right away, I thought you'd go to the movie Splash.
Yeah, Daryl Hannah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Gronkowski? See that? He just did the Gronkowski.
He flexed. I'm going to shock you guys, but I've never seen that movie.
Gosh.
You don't need to see it, Beard.
I was about to watch Die Hard the other night for the first time, and I didn't.
You need to see that.
Maybe next Christmas.
It's fantastic.
I saw I saw a meme, how like when you go on Facebook and it has like if there's a bad storm or something happens, whatever, and it says, marked safe from hurricane, whatever, if people are wondering if you're okay and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So someone put one of those up. They said marked safe from Nakatomi Plaza the day after Christmas. That was kind of fun. The old flea flicker.
It is getting crazier right now. Fogarty says right when we said Tom Hanks, his face was on her TV for an HBO ad. One of my favorite tweets this past Christmas season, or I should say Advent season leading up to Christmas, was someone saying, if you really want to get what you want for Christmas, just walk by your spouse's phone and just say what you want.
That's funny.
Dude, did you see that? Did you just see that hit? Wait till you watch this replay. Duke Johnson comes, watch this. Boom! And just bounces off that dude and keeps going. What a lick. Look at this.
Oh, he's probably going to be a little tired after that. They should put Gaskin in.
Dude, I think Gaskin's only had like 1 carry still. I told you that was going to be a tough one for you to get, bro. 2 carries for 10 yards.
Philip Lindsay's in.
No, did he have 2 carries? Let me see. Hold on. No, still 2 carries for 5 yards, Myles Gaskin.
Is that Carol's nephew?
I know that's Carol Baskins.
Okay.
We haven't seen Carol Baskins guilty like almost all season, have we?
Dude, no, we haven't. And they just had season 2 of Tiger King out. And I still haven't heard anything about what happened to her husband.
They made another season?
They did.
Oh, my gosh. It just won't go away, will it?
It's got to be done now unless he finds a way to get out of jail.
Speaking of wildlife, it's funny we're talking about wildlife. I just got a text from my wife about, 20 minutes ago. Oh, OMG. Did you check the home security camera video at 3:30 in the morning? I'm like, no. What? Look. How cute he is.
Wow.
Is it a raccoon?
That was a possum.
Oh, dude, possums are gross, man.
Dude, they're good animals, man.
Wait, I just got
What do you mean they're good?
Who watches replays of their doorbell camera from 3:30 in the morning?
No, when you get up in the morning and you look and you see like where the cameras went off, because there's one I got front, back, around, so this is right by the back door, by the pool deck.
These are the only times that something triggers it.
Yeah. is there something motion detects in front of it in the middle of the night at 3:30 in the morning? And possum I'm walking across right there.
Wow.
Yeah, I check mine like once a week.
Yeah, those are good animals, man. Everyone's like always like, oh, they're gross to it, but they're not. I mean, they're very good animals. They eat like bad, like roaches and things and stuff, and all like the bad stuff. They're good. See, even Fogarty says possums are great,
but they're disgusting. And the little babies that like hold on the back, just gross, man.
Oh, they're cute.
Fogarty says they're the only marsupial we have.
In Bama? That can't be true.
Marsupials are kind of rare. I don't know if there are any kangaroos in Alabama.
No, I don't think so.
That's a good point.
Any koalas?
I've looked, haven't found any.
How about Tasmanian devils? Any of those?
The one time I was in Alabama, I thought I saw one, but I was mistaken. It wasn't.
But there's marmosas and
who?
And shrews.
Shrews are marsupials?
Yeah.
I did not know
Dude,
that.
you got hammered in the line right there. No gain. 2nd and goal.
Terrible roughing the passer call. That's another grievance I'd like to air.
Oh, the roughing the passer calls in the NFL?
Yeah, they're just brutal.
Here we go.
I don't see Myles Gaskin in.
No, he was in 2 plays ago, though.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
What was? I'm not sure what was going on right there, but that's a touchdown. That was like a rubble double. What do they call that in the huddle?
Dude, they stole that play from the Chiefs, except they instead of the tight end, they gave it to the receiver. A little waddle there.
Waddle was waddling around.
I kind of love that he does that.
7 games in a row for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it may be if they win this game.
They're going to win this game.
But like I said, those are against the Giants. 2 of them against the Jets.
Yes.
Houston.
Yes.
It's been
powerhouse teams.
Pile of garbage.
Just taking it easy, practicing. That's their exhibition season.
Yeah, there you go. We'll see. Goof is airing a grievance over Kamara's fantasy points tonight. Yeah, not a great night for Alvin Kamara. 8 rushes for 19 yards, 1 catch for 12. I blame Ian Book.
Waddle's funny.
and the head coach, right? Isn't he's thrown every pass tonight? He's run the ball, right? Where's our boy, man? Where is Dexter when we need him?
I just have a feeling that tonight, if he shows up, it'll only be for about 30 seconds, and his one all caps chat will say, "Fire everybody."
He's gonna blame Sean Payton for everything. Dude. Every single thing is Sean Payton's fault. Did Sean Payton start COVID too? Is that a rumor? Did he release it from the lab?
I think hasn't Payton had COVID twice?
I think so.
He had it in the early in the offseason, and then he just had it again.
Well,
they did beat the Pats, Jay Price. I believe that was the 1st or 2nd game of the season.
Yeah, the Miami did beat the Patriots. I think it was the 4th game of the season that they beat them.
can we get a football that says the Duke for screen?
That was week 1, my friend. September.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the preseason as well. Yeah, the preseason was lost to the Bears, beat Atlanta, Cincinnati. Yeah, game 1, New England, they beat 17-16. You're correct, my friend. Then they lost 7 in a row.
All right, boys. I'm going to sign off, boys.
Commish.
Matt, you have a fantastic evening. Thanks for joining us.
Fun times, as always.
Dude, we appreciate it. We're looking forward to watching a couple more with you in the playoffs, but definitely the Vikings' first playoff game, my friend. I mean it. I'm not trolling. You got to believe, dude. They'll beat the Packers.
No, you don't got to believe. We don't want to believe. We want them to lose to the Packers and lose to the Bears, and we want a new head coach.
Fine.
All right.
Take it easy, bud.
Good night. Thanks.
Go Blue.
See you later. Happy New Year.
Well, there
Dude,
you go.
I wish I could be a fan like that. If the Lions had any chance at all, I mean, went out and 8 teams having to lose for them to get in, I'd be like, let's go.
I remember the football used to say the Duke on it. Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about. The one right there?
It was a Duke Cannon football, but I thought there used to be a football like years ago that said the Duke on the football. I don't know if it was like maybe it was back in the 80s, I think.
Yeah. The NFL football is called the Duke.
Yeah.
My predictors are at a nice 21 right now, boys.
Yep. Man, Mella's got 39.
You know what the real Duke was, though?
That's John Wayne.
John Wayne.
Greatest actor of all time.
Hello, Pilgrim.
Maybe I'll watch the remake of True Grit tonight.
There you go.
I never watched it because I've seen the John Wayne one like 8 times and I love it. Top 5 movie for me. But I heard the Jeff Bridges one is pretty good too.
It's Kamara for 10.
Friend, would you like a bourbon, my friend? Old fashioned.
It's still the third quarter? Sure, man. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the sugar, the way you're doing all this, the cherries all
Yeah.
Sure, dude. I'll go ahead and do one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't done any of my reactions yet because we've been like talking and chatting and all that stuff. So I'm like dead last place in my group. Well, actually, Alex is below me. So I'm going to do my react. He is. There's 4 people below me. Alex, Jay Quishish, Koscioni, and Fonzie. The Fonz.
Hey.
Fonz is a dead last.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. I've got a guaranteed rate mortgage.
Do that.
I'm gonna miss you, Frank.
Hey man, I'll get you one too, Johnny.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
And after we get back, I'm gonna lose weight because from Thanksgiving through like Christmas here into the year, I really haven't paid too much. I've still been doing my push-ups. I'm doing those every day, but outside of that,
is that another turnover?
Did he take the ball from Kamara before? Because Kamara, I wonder if Kamara tried to like drop it and make it look incomplete because he knew he was going to lose 5 yards, holding on the offense. Guaranteed rate makes new home dreams reality with the right. 4 points, baby.
They declined the penalty.
B. Jamie, B. B. Low. Lower than. Lower ranking. Network. Oh, there's that Miller Lite right there.
That Miller Lite, man.
Yep, dude's going through the copy machine.
Where his friends are waiting, would you say?
His friends were waiting there. He's playing some ping pong.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it was Miller time.
Yep. I'd crack a Frosty Miller if I had one right now. Yeah, you know what? We'll do one marbles game here after the third quarter, my friend.
Yeah, and then I also have Landon's joke for tonight we didn't get a chance to get to.
Perfect.
So Lord Goof is saying, what happens if I finish first in my game group? You want to cover that, John, or you want me to cover that?
Well, a couple things. So if he wins his game group, no matter what happens, he gets a booster point. And a booster point, you can get up to 3. And you can use those, cash those in, if you will, during the next bigger game. So the next one, I think, is January 9th. That's bigger game 5. If you win your game group during that game, you can then use your 3 booster points, or 1 or 2, depending on how many you have, to boost you up to try to win the grand prize. So we actually saw this past bigger game that somebody who had booster points, it was the reason they won.
Yeah.
It was the reason that they ended up taking first place instead of third place, actually. They moved past the second and first place person. So no matter what, you get that.
Exactly.
you also, if you're a top winner in the country, can win all the prizes that you can find on the winners list, which is a lot of people are winning. So it's a good chance that you'll win something, my friend.
Yeah, the top 100 scores game group winners. And if they have buddies, their buddy will win the same prize as well. And I got a partial square right now. Don't change. I'm just finishing watching this signature lacrosse commercial.
Yeah,
As you were
Skeeter
talking-
actually. Did you? I forgot about that, dude. Skeeter, it actually did take second last bigger game.
Did he really? Second
Yeah,
overall?
his
I
friend
don't
did.
make fun of him all the time, but
His friend took second overall, so he would have won the grand prize if they had booster points.
oh man, that's just like Skeet, man.
It is, but I mean, we love Skeet.
Got it. 4 more points. I'm climbing the leaderboard, bro.
Dude, I did mine, and I'm in 5th place in my game group all of a sudden, but I have no squares and not a partial now either. So I need a little help in the squares department.
I'm up to 14th. I was down to like 21st. I'm up to 14th now. My predictors are 13, which is not great, but
So this is nuts, dude. This is our last official Monday Night Football game in the regular season. Is that right? Or is there one more next week?
No, there's one more next Monday night. There's a game.
Next Monday. So we have one more after this.
Is it
But
like
then there's
Pittsburgh and
one
the Bengals or
playoff
something?
game?
Is it
There's-
Pittsburgh and the Bengals, maybe?
Sounds right.
Okay.
And then there's one more Monday Night Football playoff game that we'll be doing together. But no more Thursday Night Football. Although this Thursday there will be a game in the app ready to play. No stream, but game will be in the app ready to play for the Pittsburgh MSU game if they play. Right now they're on schedule to play that game.
And it's Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It's next Monday night, my friend.
Which will be a nice Cleveland blowout, my friend.
Got it. 4 points on Duke Cannon.
$17-3. I've almost got the prediction perfect. I picked 17-13, so I just need New Orleans to step it up a little bit here.
And my last, the Hall of Fame. Where else would you rather be? It's the Merlin Olsen Super Bowl luncheon commercial, John.
Dude, I heard that over 80 people are there.
Well, no, there's more than 80 people, but there's over 80 gold jackets are there.
Exactly.
And I also think that it was Jerry Jones that said it was the greatest event of the Super Bowl week.
Yes, and that is the Super Bowl week. That is not the Super Bowl day.
Right.
And it's not the National College Football Championship day. Super Bowl, my friend.
Let me see. My question. How many gold jackets attend the Hall of Fame Merlin Olsen luncheon? We just talked about that, dude.
Gosh, yeah, I forget, though.
Got it right.
How many passing yards for Tua tonight? 156, my friend.
Yeah, it's he's right now at 181, with against not counting the sacks.
Ooh, that was a tough hit.
Yeah, he did. He hammered him.
I mean, that was
I'm
a
up to-
legal hit.
Hey, did you say you jumped up to 4th place in your game group after you answered all your questions?
I sure did.
So did I.
I'm in 5th now, though.
I'm in 4th. But I don't have. Oh, I do have one partial. I have one partial square, my friend.
Fourth and 1. Here, perfect time for a fake punt. By the way, speaking of fake punts, how about the Detroit Lions? 2 for 2 on fake punts this year. Jack Fox with a beautiful throw yesterday on a 4th down fake punt, my friend.
2?
2 of them.
Is that how many wins the Lions have?
Oh, he touched it. He touched it.
Yes.
Cheers.
2 successful fake punts and 2 wins.
Dude, he made you a cocktail.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's not just a cocktail. It's an old fashioned.
Dude, I'm
There's
making it
real-
old fashioned.
Dude, there's real cherries that are like ground up in the bottom.
Permission for me to go make one quick?
Oh, sure, bro. Yeah.
Was that
Extra sugar in?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's really.
Dave? I don't want
sweet.
to be rude, Dave, but I was asking Frank.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
Like
actually,
a sweet, you want more whiskey in there?
no, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Sure?
it's really sweet cherry. Yeah. That's good.
Perfect for a good headache in the morning.
I can't have a headache in the morning, dude. I'm getting up at 6 something,
to
getting in the
7?
car at 7, driving and going to Savannah. Yeah,
Did you tell Chad about the toilet issue?
I did tell them. Yeah,
Did you?
did
Okay.
you hear about the green sewer, like the green gas?
No, I did not hear.
Oh, dude, no, I'm not making it.
Get
Oh, I'm not.
away.
Yes, no, I got a text tonight. I'm not making it up, dude.
Like,
It's
how
just,
many signs do you need to say "get out"?
it's just like
Wow.
it's just like Christmas vacation, you know, when there's all the sewer gas. So my wife texts me. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I just got this text from my aunt. If you see green gas coming out of the styrofoam cooler, run. The toilets are working until then." So I sent her the picture of Cousin Eddie and the sewer gas blowing up. But I'm like, there's green gas coming from it. Oh my goodness. So yes, I still plan on going. And we talked about it last night. We're going like, is it because, like I said, everything with my wife's family was like this. It's up and down. You're in and you're out. I'm like, listen, here's the worst case scenario.
They clearly don't watch the stream, do they?
No, they don't. We get I'm like, we get up in the morning and we drive 6 hours to Savannah. If we get there and there's no toilets, we can't, flush or do whatever, something. Worst possible case scenario is we get in the car and drive home 6 hours. Big deal.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right.
It's not like or we just stay overnight somewhere or get a hotel for a night or something, whatever. Or we go
And
to
I've heard
stay-
95 is nice this time of the year.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful this time of year. We're not going to do too much on 95 though. We're going to, probably go up and cut over like 301 in through Gainesville and then go over that,
Pretty country.
So
And you go right through Stark, right?
yeah,
get
where
to
you
say
make
hi
sure
to
you do the
prison?
speed limit. Yeah.
Yep, with the prison right there,
Yep.
and the second prison,
And the executions and
yep,
all that.
right there.
Yep,
It's
right
wonderful
there.
time of year.
Yep.
Be good for your kids to kind of get out, maybe do a little field trip.
Yeah. They I guess last time they drove through there, they were scared because they were told, like, watch the street lights. If the street lights start dimming, it's because
Somebody's
somebody's
escaped.
executed.
Oh no.
No, someone's being executed. Oh, I wasn't on that trip even. So it wasn't me that was like throwing that out there. That was my wife and mother-in-law with the kids. I'm not sure which one of them told me
Wow.
that story. But yeah, so if the like I said, worst case scenario is if we had to stay somewhere else or figure it out or whatever. But we're realizing this as well. I have not been on a vacation. I have not been out of this state for 2 years, over 2 years.
Really? You've been in the safety of the state of Florida.
Yeah. I have not gone over the state line in over 2 years because of all the travel and restrictions and COVID and haven't flown nothing in 2 years. So.
My friends,
Welcome back, my friend.
my dad, one of my presents that my dad got me was
Oh, we heard about this. I heard about this.
was an old-fashioned syrup from this really, really fancy cocktail company, I think in New York.
Yep, we use that here.
And I'm very excited about it. It's very good. And you just throw that in and a little express of an orange and some bourbon and stir it around. That's all you need.
Another perfect square.
Really?
Mhm.
I think I got a partial.
I finally have a partial.
I mean, right now I have a perfect square.
Oh, you have a first score now. You're in first place
That's in my game group.
in your game group.
But not in Super Square, Stevie. I'm still in 8th. There's a commish ahead of me. Looks like commish faded. The commish is now he's 9th.
I'm in third in my game group. And in beer for a year, I'm 153rd. How many Matty Ices are there? Someone named Matty Ice 2350 is is in 50th place.
Well, there's 2,351 actually.
Matty Ices?
Yes. Which is that?
That's 2350.
Yeah,
right
he's
towards
not
the
even
end.
the last one. There's one more.
Because my buddy Matty Ice, and then there's Matty Ice North Carolina or NC that we've seen. So a lot of Matty Ices out there.
And then there's the original Matty Ice.
Yep. You heard who was in my game group tonight, didn't you?
No.
Oh, dude, listen to this. In my game group tonight, playing is Kevin Durant.
Really?
Yeah, NBA
Kevin's in
great
there?
Kevin Durant is in
That's
there,
nice of him to
and former Viking great coach Bud Grant.
In the same game group.
In the same
what
game
are the
group.
odds? And Fonzie too.
And yeah, the Fonz has been down there at the bottom most of the game.
We'll tell you a story about Ryan Jean. This is hilarious. You'll get a kick out of this. So Ryan Jean has been very active recruiting friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
He probably has amongst the civilians, meaning the non-PAs and Nordos of the world, probably the most probably the most friends of anybody else. He has a spreadsheet to track his buddy prizes.
Really?
And at the end of every month, he emails Luigi to compare notes to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Can you believe that? Is that
I love it.
not awesome?
That's funny.
That's just unbelievable. I love that.
This is just for you, Fogarty.
What's
Well,
that?
Marty, if you're a killer, then I'm Snow White, and I don't see any dwarves around. And that's only funny if you've seen Ozark, fellas. And if you have seen it, you'd think it was funny.
I've not seen Ozark.
What I think is funny about Ozark is, you ever seen like those clickbait ads that said, "See all the shows that Netflix is going to cancel," and it's always got her face on it.
Yeah.
Never canceling the show. They just throw it to make you
I
read
don't
it.
know. I don't know if they're going to do another season or not, but they know it's clickbait. Oh, they're
Yeah.
not going to do another Ozark. I'm watching Succession. Have you seen that one?
No.
Man, I got to tell you something. The acting on that series is freaking unbelievable. I mean, first of all, I've never seen as dysfunctional a group of characters in my life. It's about a patriarchal media guy, kind of along the lines of Rupert Murdoch, and his dysfunctional family, and he has this media empire, and he's got completely dysfunctional kids. And it's the power struggles between the family. It's like something out of Shakespeare. Much better than The Landing. I would even recommend it above The Landing.
Wow.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Ryan
So
Jean.
Fogarty, if you haven't seen Succession, that's the one I wrote. It's on their 4th season now.
And Ryan Jean chimes in. Ryan Jean's up to 160 buddies.
Is he really?
160
Good for you,
friends.
brother. Good for you. Paste buddy's got 2 of the EFTR Junior Prize in the last 30 days. And then he posts his winnings on social media. The way you got to do it.
My favorite part about what Ryan has done, I love the story about the Excel sheet. Love that he's here every stream. Loves the game. Loves to win. I think my favorite thing is that he changed his name to Sartell. So that he could, and then everyone you see from Sartell, you're like, oh, that's Ryan's friend. Oh, that's Ryan's.
That was a bold ask. He emailed us late. I think it was late in the football season or in the hockey season. And he said, look, I just want to change my name so it's easy for everybody to remember. And I'm going to just take the name of my city. And he's going to run for mayor.
There you go.
It's going to be required to play Super Squares.
You have to hold office.
That's right. I need more whiskey. This is too sweet.
It is very sweet. If you wanted, I'll just take a. If you want to just dab a little bit of whiskey in there, I'll take a little bit.
Will you take
if
some
you're
more?
getting some, yeah.
All right, I'll see if I can get more.
A little bit too much sugar.
Yeah, it is very sweet. Nothing wrong with that. I like it sweet.
I'll get some redemption if I have any left. Now I'm bringing the accent.
We could all use some redemption, Frank.
We could use some redemption.
Man, look at all that sugar and cherries all just glued to the bottom of the glass. And so, oh man. Hopefully this help me fall asleep later tonight. Yeah, because I like anytime that I'm like going somewhere, like again, I'm getting up to drive to Savannah. I just don't sleep that well. My body, I think it's been since I was in the Marines too. Like I always wake up before my alarm goes off. If I set my alarm tomorrow morning for 6 a.m., I will be up at like 5:50, 6:57, 58-ish.
Yeah.
And look at the clock before it goes off. My body always gets me up before the alarm goes off. I don't know how or why, but it's kind of crazy.
That's insane. You're crazy. I say wimpy, whammy,
I say
wobbly.
wimpy, wobbly, whammy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're easily amused.
that's good. There we go. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I actually dislike that about myself because I'm a low key guy. I don't really stress about a lot of stuff. But when I travel, which is kind of often, I'm always like, even when I had to get up at 3:30 recently to get to a 5 o'clock flight out of O'Hare, and I was up at like 3:15. Like, what's wrong with me? I needed that extra 15 minutes.
Much better.
There you go.
Fellas, do you know what kind of pizza I'm eating this Friday?
Did you ask me?
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of pizza are you going to eat this Friday? Aurelio's?
Not Aurelio's. It's the best
Lou
pizza
Malnati's?
in all of Detroit, my friend.
Oh, the best pizza in all of Detroit.
Domino's?
No.
Wow.
Pizza Hut.
Nope. That's offensive.
Dude, Pizza Hut. I've seen the commercials with the Detroit-style pizza where they pour the sauce over the top. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Yeah,
and it looks delicious.
I'd say Pizza Hut. I don't know then.
Buddy's Pizza, my friend.
Funnies? Did you say funny?
Buddy's.
Putties.
Buddy's
Buddies,
Pizza.
putties.
Like David Putty from Seinfeld?
Did you say putty or fuddy?
Buddies.
Buddies. Oh, like, hey, like I got
Buddy's
a buddy
Pizza.
in Super Squares.
Let's see. Goof knows. Buddies.
Buddy's Pizza. Well, Gupta's a big Detroit guy.
That's right. I'm proud of the amount of Detroit fan we got in the chat.
I just want to know, Gupta, before you became Lord, were you like Duke Gupta? What's the deal?
Yeah.
When did you become the Lord?
And are you in line to become king, Gupta, at some point?
Fogarty's complained about the pizza in Alabama.
Is there pizza in Alabama?
She says Domino's is
Hey, John, we got a commercial going. I got a joke for you.
Dude,
is
go
it
ahead.
going to Landon's laughs?
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to do it tonight because halftime we were giving away mortgages and all kinds.
We got to
of stuff.
stop that. Let's just stop giving away the cash. More
More jokes.
More marbles.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Chat's bored of this game, so we're gonna put marbles up too after your joke.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All against say nay.
Nay.
Passes unanimously. All right. So John, here's my joke. Why do we tell actors to break a leg? Why do we tell actors to break a leg?
I didn't hear the music.
There is no music. There it is. There's the music.
I'm always ready.
Yeah, John's there. Now, the only thing we're waiting on is the open for Landon's Laugh. And Tim is almost done with it. It's almost done. 173. That's probably change.
Why do actors break their legs?
No. Why do we tell actors to break a leg? Tell actors to break a leg. So, do we have any guesses from the fam? Why do we tell actors to break a leg? Because you want the part? When wish them good luck, must be wish them good luck.
Bison Thumper. That's probably the truth, but that wouldn't be funny.
Yeah. Exclamation
this
point
joke-
play. That's not the answer. Exclamation point
Everybody
play.
thinks it's exclamation point play.
That-
I don't get that one.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't get the actor leg and
Broken leg play.
Play.
Bison
Exclamation.
Thumper is convinced it's just to wish them good luck.
It's just you know what? It might be, but
that poor guy.
why do we tell actors to break a leg? Because every play has a cast.
There it is.
Yes.
I think I prefer the exclamation.
Now I'm
play.
going to go exclamation point play.
Now type in exclamation point play.
Thanks, Bison or Bourbon or whoever that was.
Oop, sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. Saints, look at the handoff. Who was complaining about Kamara? There's a 20-yard run.
Dude, imagine Kamara and Gaskins get fourth quarter touchdowns.
Dude, that'd be something.
You got Monopoly money on that?
Just a little bit.
You do it to keep it interesting, don't you?
Dude, literally five here, 8 there.
Yeah, got it.
Hey, Frank, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
When we were here last night, we were talking about
These nuts?
yes, these nuts.
Yes.
And you said, the satisfaction guarantee, and did you call him today? Or do
I
anything?
just had so many things to do today, Dave. I just wasn't thinking about these nuts.
That's all right. I was just wondering. So I'll just put them right back over there and for another day. Those are nuts for another day.
Absolutely.
You guys think Megan even finishes this race?
Can anyone fall off?
I believe it said 30% will not finish.
Okay.
I'm thinking Megan's going to do well. I've been surprised. I don't know if you noticed that before she comes in, she's training out there. She's rolling a little bit like this.
Chasing chickens like Rocky did?
She is.
Trying to catch a chicken?
She's in training, and ever since she's been doing that, fighting chickens,
chasing the
she's
chicken.
been doing better. Have you noticed? Last month, I'd say she's,
The other day, I think she finished like first, and then like in the next race, like top 5 or something. There was like one day. Okay.
Dude, I'm in first.
Heat second. That's not unusual.
Oh, we're rolling?
Yeah. It's like the fantasy game last week, right, Skeet? Got him.
Oh, man.
There goes Skeet. And big money.
What was that?
Dude, all of them made it, too.
That's a big jump.
And there's 80s Dave.
That's crazy. 80 Skeet, Beard, me. Lord Goofa coming in.
Fake white teeth there. Oh, my gosh. I might finally win one, boys.
Look at, would you?
Skeeter's in second.
Sometimes you just got to look at it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you got smashed to oblivion,
There
dude.
goes Dave. Dave's out. Goofa.
Oh, that thing's like nailing
Goof
everybody.
takes it.
Lord Goofa wins it.
I'm out, man.
MG comes in second.
Dude, Meg's in dead last.
Meg is in last. Look at her. Dead last. Stuck on the ramp.
Dude, she's going to think it's rigged. She's going to think it's rigged.
You can't try to do that.
How do you do that, Jonathan? What's
Listen,
going to happen?
I would make it way more fun if I could rig it, but I can't. Wow, that he just got lit up.
He just got planted. Wow. Way to pop up, though, bro.
Yeah, that takes a lot of courage right there. Congratulations to Goof.
Oh.
His first win.
Good for you, man.
I will do one more. Game's going on.
You want some nuts?
Yeah, let's get some of these nuts. I know they're small, but
We're going to go to a dark, airy basement.
A dark, hairy basement, did you say?
Airy. A little airy.
Oh, airy.
hello, Cuddy.
Not many basements are airy.
Meg, thoughts on finishing dead last?
Meg? No comment, she said. She's going to talk to her agent about it.
I told her on Sunday at the 3:00 game, I told her if I could rig it, I'd make you last every time. I wouldn't give you all
Oh, my
these
gosh, it's a
birds.
touchdown?
No way.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, my God, you crazy.
Dude, Kamara just like quit on 2 plays tonight.
I'm checking Yahoo right now to see how many points the Miami defense has, which, by the way, I literally rode them to the playoffs and then benched them because I thought Seattle.
I thought he was down. His knee's
He's
down.
down.
And his knee's broken almost.
He's totally down.
No, he still has it.
Yep.
His knee is down.
Dave, they have 23 points.
It's
No, it's going to go back, dude. This is going to get reversed.
How's his knee? That was bad. You're going to reverse that. After reviewing it, was determined the runner was down by contact.
New Orleans ball, 4th down.
What a crazy year.
All right, here we go.
Did I get in time?
Yeah, you're in.
Okay, I was going to say I forgot to get in.
Oh, I didn't get in.
So wait.
Too late. Damn it. That's right. I'm rooting for Megan. Megan, you're in second place. Don't let them push you around. I'm tired of watching this happen.
If anyone's going to push her out of second place, it'll be Skeet.
I mean, like Swingy's just tearing it up. '80s Dave's in last place.
No way.
You're stuck up there, buddy. Here you go.
I'm going to saving it.
Oh my gosh! If you, I think you just got ahead of Meg somehow.
I'm saving it, dude. There we go.
I'm not even kidding. At this point, the chat is all cheering for Meg every time. Bengal in first.
Is that like the Wheel of Fortune down there at the bottom or something? You have to spin through that and then go to that little orange thing?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like a disassembled Rubik's Cube.
That looks kind of ominous, bro.
Whoa.
Tater, onion. I don't know how you get through there.
Yeah, how do you fall out of that?
I think like Bengal. Oh, I thought Bengal was just about to. Really anyone's game.
Meg's
It's
still in it?
Tater. Gator takes it.
Tater
Onion
did it.
man.
Gator.
Bengal third.
I feel like I'm playing bingo. B3.
Oh, hey, look, Meg's in last.
Is she really again?
She really is way up there.
That's hilarious.
Ryan, Jean, Cheese, Paul, congrats. Top 6. Goofa, 7. Tundra, 8. Big White Teeth,
Yard.
9. Big Aries, 10. Ooh.
Did
Nice
Fogarty
Forgy.
fall off?
No, they're in. Looks
Okay.
like it, though. Mooseman, Pack, Wyoming's in.
How about Megan? She in yet?
She
Is Meg
is
even in the ball yet?
almost dead last. No, she's not.
She is.
Her and bourbon drinker are back there
How is that possible?
enjoying a drink.
There's Beard.
Oh, Meg just fell off.
No.
She's one of 2 people that fell off. You can't
I
make
think I'm
this
still in the
up.
tumbler there somewhere.
Goof, you should be proud of your marbles,
I'm in the
dude.
bottom now. Okay.
Marbles working
That's
hard
hilarious.
there. Come on, Drogon, you can do it.
Look at all the cherries.
That's good stuff.
Man, oh man, that's so good.
Most receivers by rookie in a single game. Waddle's tying Jerry Rice.
I don't understand how you get through. I don't think it's in those little circles there.
Monday Night Football history.
I'm getting dizzy looking at this, man. That's how you know I'm getting old.
So it's official. I got to play the bourbon drinker.
There goes Drogon.
Yeah, it's official.
Hey, Meg was the last one to not finish. Congrats, Cater.
Tater?
Cater.
Cater Gator.
Tater Gator.
Second most by rookie in NFL history. Wow.
Tell you something. This Miami Dolphins team, granted, they've been playing some subpar teams, but that's been building confidence for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they did beat the Patriots.
Yeah, that was week 1. You're right. Yep.
Well, that's okay. Still counts.
Yeah, it does. They're playing
Horse
the Patriots.
collar,
I think
horse collar. Got Jameis Winston.
they play the Patriots last game of the season, I think, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Is that like blood all over his neck, or is it
I don't know
freckles?
what that is. Is that freckles or? You can't. Oh, it was his jersey. That was his jersey. That was not a horse collar. It was his jersey. Oh, I don't know.
That's bad.
Oh, I don't
I'll
know.
just shoulder pads through the back with it. Maybe it's just like those. Yeah, it's probably just like
freckles.
freckles,
No,
skin
no,
tags or
no. You know
something.
what that is? That's the
the black stuff on the field that like
field.
pops. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the tar. It's the rubber pellets. Yeah, it's the turf. I just don't like that stadium, even though Berkey won his Super Bowl there.
Every time I drove by there when I would go to New Orleans, remember the tap light? We sold hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sold
It
millions.
looks like one.
Yeah, it looks like a giant tap light.
It does. It does.
I remember on HSN, we debuted that on my show on the Sunrise show, and like sold out. We got to get more of these. Man, we couldn't keep those things in stock. This was again probably like around 1999, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. We sold millions and millions and millions of tap lights. And then I went to New Orleans and I drove by. I go, oh my gosh, that's a giant tap light.
That's all you saw for
Yeah.
like the next 2. Everything looked like a tap light, right?
I still see it.
Yeah. So
Maybe-
JB,
Yeah.
tonight is the last Super Squares NFL game of the 2021 year. my friend.
Wow.
Thursday we are having a game, but it's not pro football. we're doing a pilot of a college game. It's not part of the bigger game cycle. You don't get booster points for it. It doesn't count towards most points for the week. It's purely a test, but we do have some prizes available, and it's our test of the college feed. So you're welcome to play. But our next football game will be Sunday. Pro football game. Next year.
Next year.
And we're not doing a live stream on Thursday night either.
Correct.
So
For the Pitt game, if they play.
yes, that's true. That's true. They might not play. Though I've not heard anything like that. Have you?
No, but nothing surprises me, and it all kind of goes day to day. Kind of like my wife's family. It's just like, not up. No idea what's going on day to day. Just kind of go with the flow.
That's right. You just got to roll with it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
right.
like, whatever. Just tell me when to get in the car and drive.
Dave, I'm not kidding, bro. I'd rather be in prison than what you described earlier. Just the bathroom situation, by the way.
Exactly.
I can't read that. Most pass TDs in his first.
We should reflect a little bit here on 2021. What was the best football game that we watched here on Super Squares
This season?
this season?
Did we watch any Lions games? We didn't watch any Lions games, did we?
Dude, their first win against the Vikings is up there for me.
The best game we've done this year? I don't know, man.
Jay Price says Lions Pittsburgh when they tied.
We didn't do that game.
Yeah, that was just me going a little crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. They all kind of blend together.
It's been kind of a meh.
It wasn't last night.
Nice stop.
Last week's Kansas City Chargers game, overtime.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was fun. Tampa, Dallas. Skeeter says Lions, Arizona. There were some Vikings early on that were really fun.
It all kind of blends together to me. I guess that's what happens when you just get old. Everything kind of blends together. I visited with my cousin on the day after Christmas. They were in from Missouri, and we met, had lunch, brought the family out.
Ozarks?
They were going down to Naples.
They're from the Ozarks?
No, Kansas City area, I think. And so we were talking about, he's like, oh, remember we were something about playing with the kids on the front lawn and kickball or something, whatever, last time, whatever. I had no recollection of it at all. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just like kind of nodding. I don't remember.
Remember playing lawn darts?
Heck yeah, dude! I can tell you where I was last time I played lawn darts in the 1970s.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness,
he's right behind you. Oh.
But yeah, I remember stuff from, and this is what kind of scares me. I mean, because just going through all that with my dad and the dementia and all that stuff and everything, is I remember stuff. I mean, I remember the first girl's phone number that I called in like second grade. I remember her phone number from back home. It doesn't work anymore. I can say it now. No one will. But yeah, I remember like everybody's phone numbers. I remember from all this stuff from like the 70s, the 80s, all that stuff. My cousin was at my house. They're playing kickball with my kids in the front yard. I'm just like, you ever been to my house before? Oh yeah, remember we were playing kickball in the front? I'm like, oh yeah. No clue, dude.
I'm telling you, you're trapped in the 80s. Your memory is filled with senseless, useless 1980s information.
It scares me.
It's a vault that's full of something that someday will be a collector's edition, right? Some people actually want to talk to you back about 20 years from now. Want to talk about the 80s? Let's talk to Dave. Dave, pull the string.
Dave, I think you have a choice, man. I think you're gonna have to like on purpose forget stuff to make room for the new stuff. You have to be like, okay, which 85 Super Bowl shuffle Bears player which verse am I going to forget completely so that I can remember this, you know?
It's like a file cabinet that's full. So take some old
That's right.
files
One
and
of
throw them
those
away.
lights like they have in Ghostbusters that'll it'll erase it all, right?
There you go. Or I can have what's his name? Erase like every what was that in Spider-Man? That thing, whatever, where he could like do that and try to like erase like everybody's memory of someone.
blip?
Lost
The
seven
blip?
million. Yeah, with the blip.
Yeah. That's what's gonna have to
Hey,
happen.
Starting Park, I remember him well, man. I remember the rotary phone, doing all that stuff. I saw a video a while ago. It was hilarious of someone putting a rotary phone in front of like some teenagers now and going, okay, you have 3 minutes. Call your mom. Go. Look at the phone and they're trying to figure out how to do it, what they're supposed to do. It's hilarious.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's funny. Have you seen that video, John?
No, but I love videos like that.
Yeah, it's great.
I love the videos of those where they put a little kid in a room and they're like, here's the candy. You can't have any of it. And then they leave, but there's a camera on them. It's like, you have 5 minutes. And they're sitting there and they're like touching the candy. And like,
I haven't seen those.
oh, dude, it's so good. And like looking around. And then sometimes there's like a couple kids in there. One of them's like just going all in, eating all the candy. And one of them's sitting there like hands over their mouth. Like, you're going to get in someone's trouble. I just don't know how to hide a camera to do that to my kids.
I'm thinking extra innings.
Let's do it, man.
I'd love to see him score 17 points in 3.5 minutes.
You're not going to get if you can't catch those.
That still wouldn't be as many points as the Lions scored in the fourth quarter against the Bears some time ago.
I've heard about that.
Ian Book has had a rough opening game. 13 hits.
Yeah, Bison did a little research for us earlier. Did you see that in the chat? If you subtract the sacks out of Ian Book's stats, he's 11 of 16 with 25 yards and 1 pick.
If you subtract the stats out of his stats?
Yeah.
What do you mean if you subtract the sacks?
The
sacks. The
sacks.
sacks. I think if you subtract the stats out of his stats. I'm like, if you take all the losses away, he has no losses.
Yeah, no. You take away the sacks. So it's
Sacks.
even worse than that.
Man, that's just tough. He just keeps getting up.
You guys see Blake Bortles from the Jags just got signed on with the Saints?
Bortles just got signed by the Saints.
No way.
No, he was already on the team tonight.
He was already
I
there.
don't think he was able to play tonight, but
He wasn't able to play, and he can't play until Megan comes in the top half of marbles.
right? That's what I'm saying. John's not even allowed to drink.
Dude,
until,
That poor guy, man.
This guy's like Rocky Balboa, dude. He just keeps getting beat
Oh,
up.
no.
Oh, and throwing interceptions.
I should have started Miami's defense.
I think you still would. By the time we're all done, John, you still would have lost. I think
I don't think so, dude.
you're
You have like 25 points.
Dexter's joined us.
No, Dexter's here.
Yes.
He goes, he's the worst coach I've ever seen.
Dexter, there you go. Like I said, it's all Sean's fault, man. He threw another interception. Watch Sean Payton throw this interception, Frank. Watch. He rolls out.
He should know better.
And Sean Payton's downfield right there, wide open. But Sean Payton throws it back to the wrong Sean Payton.
Unbelievable. That guy's got to go.
So if we take 127.08 and we subtract the 4 points I got from Seattle's defense, that puts me to 123.08. Dave has 151.6. So add the 25 points, and it puts me within 3.
Dang. They have 25 points of defense tonight?
They have 25, dude. 8 sacks, 2 picks, a tutty. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Just amazing.
Hey, Dexter, I know you haven't been here all night, but just to let you know, bro, black shirt, I was in your corner, man. I went the opposite way, and I went for the Saints tonight. So it's just you and me
Against the world.
on Peyton Island.
I feel bad for Ian Book, though. This is a tough situation to be put in,
I know.
right? 2 guys, like, you weren't expecting it. They're both on the COVID list, the other 2 guys. And so
I
you
have
weren't.
a feeling he's going to go out and try. I mean, he's going to go out and get COVID this week. So he doesn't have to play next week.
He's going to hug everybody.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How you feeling, man? Oh, that's all. Come on, bring it in, man. Bring it in. Oh, that's all. You're my brother, man. Oh boy. Bengals got 5 predictor points. I wonder how bad I am. I have to have double digits. Let's see. I'm at 14.
I'm at 36.
36 predictors? Look at
Yes,
you
my
go,
friend.
bro.
Yes, my friend.
I'm at 22.
I'm in 3rd place in the Beard Super Squares Skylocks. Okay.
Ooh, okay. Fogarty going back to last year. I got a feeling. Bum, 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 bum. Detroit's going to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
You guys remember that? I haven't been able to say that once this season.
But
Until now.
For good reason. I
know, but I just miss it.
I do too, Jonathan. I was thinking that earlier today. What do I miss from last year to this year? And that was it.
I'll tell you what,
you
John,
nailed it.
I do. I hope that you get to experience it in your lifetime at some point. I hope that I like your head coach. I think he's cool and motivational and quirky and I mean, like I hope they do well. And they, as bad as like their record is, and just being honest and objective, they don't suck as bad as their record is. And they've lost,
I agree.
a lot of close
That was a
games.
compliment. You hear that?
Yeah, and
they don't suck as bad as their record.
That's right. So I hope,
love that.
I hope,
Thanks, man.
I hope it gets better. They come around next year. And I like I said, I hope you get to experience the joy of a Super Bowl, my friend.
Dude, I can't wait, man. I'm just 3 years away from that.
So what does Dexter do to emphasize now that he's all caps all the time? How does Dexter
with his
emphasize?
angry words?
He's always been all
so like
caps,
what's
yeah.
the next
Frank,
level?
Frank,
Yes,
the next level is his angry words.
is the word.
He starts to cut to the heart of the person when he's really upset.
He sticks the knife
Like
in
like
and
right
he
now when
pushes
he's like, John,
Like
how
that.
do you watch the Lions? I turned the game off after the first pick 6.
Yeah, he starts to get real personal with it, and that's how you know he means business.
Oh.
Is there any bold? Can you bold?
Can you bold? No, you can't bold.
No?
There actually is a way to bold on Twitch.
Ah, there you go. That's what's next, Frank.
I don't think they like it. I don't think they want it to happen, but there's a way to kind of make it happen.
Hey, John, how many carries does Miles from Tomorrowland have today?
Well, man, not more than 3.
Let me see. Yeah, 3 carries for 10 yards. I told you that was going to be a tough sell, bro. Duke Johnson and Philip Lindsay, the former Denver Bronco great, both have 13 carries. I wonder how my boy Matty Ice is doing because he texted me today.
There
and
he
said,
goes.
"Dude,
There it is, Frank.
Oh, what Dexter? Uh-oh,
Tampa
hold on.
sucks. Lions suck. Bears suck. Saints suck. Vikings suck.
Dexter.
He just starts going at everybody. That's how you know. Oh, I love it. I love Dexter.
Hey, what I was saying the other day, I don't know if you were here, Frank, is that because we had talked about this, and Dexter is 19, that in 2 years, in 2023, while we're doing Super Squares or whatever point of the year or the season that is, when Dexter turns 21 and he can play, that we have to have like something special that day, that game, whenever like his birthday week is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good idea. Kind of touching, you know?
Yeah.
It's like most people wait, they can get their first drink. Not Dexter.
No, oh, heck no.
He's waiting to play Super Squares.
That's right. Yep. I can't wait till I turn 16 to get a driver's license. I can't wait till I turn 18 till I can vote. Dexter just like blows by all that. I can't wait till I'm 21 to play Super Squares.
We might have a special Dexter invitational game where we'll drop the age to 18.
Yep.
And he can play one game.
There you go.
And then we'll bring it back up to 21 again.
I like that.
Just for
Super Bowl?
Huh?
How about for Super Bowl?
As long as we have alcohol like beer, we can't have anybody under 20.
No, we can have like all like ads from like,
We can
you
do
know,
it for-
Fisher Price.
We can do it for
And-
a hockey game.
Fisher Price. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Disney Channel.
Nickelodeon.
Hey, Dave, which game are you going to pick against me next week? Sorry, never mind.
Oh, dude, I didn't even look. Didn't even consider it. And you know what's funny? As I thought today, I don't know what point I was walking through the house and I thought about Odell Beckham Jr. I thought it's not as bad that it's Odell Beckham Jr. I went to get the shirt tonight and I looked and I go, the ugliest, just nasty brown puke jersey in all of the NFL I gotta wear. That's what's worse. It's just not that it's Odell Beckham
it's the
Jr.
fashion statement.
Yeah, it's just that it's like brown. Well played, my friend.
Hey, I'd like to raise a toast to Ian Book.
Who?
To Ian Book, who is still walking after this game.
There you go.
To Ian.
Because I would not be. Cheers.
Ian, you're a stud, brother. Keep it up, man.
I'm pretty sure there were 3 plays in a row where he got crushed by someone twice his size.
Kid took a beating tonight. But hey, he popped back up, man, like the Energizer Bunny every single time. Just kept going.
I think Waddle's my new favorite player in the NFL.
I just can't believe what a poor job Sean Payton did tonight.
Dude, honestly, get him out.
Yeah, how many interceptions did he have tonight?
I
3?
think he threw 3,
interceptions.
including
2
one for pick 6.
Yeah, he was Sean Payton threw for 135 yards and 2 interceptions. Sean Payton's quarterback rating was 40.6.
40.6.
Yeah.
Now, Dexter's saying that he thinks that the Bengals might go all the way. I don't necessarily disagree with him.
Berkey came out today and said his hot take was that the Bengals are not good and are an easy out for anybody in the playoffs.
And he'd love to play them in the first round.
Yeah. He said he'd rather play Cincy than Miami. And I say, no way. Give me Tua over Burrow any day in the playoffs.
Yeah.
To face.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, I actually think – I don't think Burke's wrong about the Bengals. I think they're kind of like the Chargers. But they can get hot. And if they get hot in the playoffs, that's all that matters.
Yeah, like who are the Chargers from week to week? It's like
and the same kind of thing with the Bengals. They had a rough couple games this year.
Yeah.
You know, closing this game out could take a while because all of those sacks, getting all the statisticians to agree on how many yards was the sack. That's how come sometimes these games take half an hour to close. Because they're all in the back room like, okay, I'll give you this yard, but you got to give me that yard. It's crazy.
Dexter says Burke played for the Vikings, so his opinion doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying, Frank. This is how you know.
Angry.
But he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, so his opinion does matter. Kind of like offsets, you know?
Gosh, it does. Well, chat, this has been a fun night.
Yes, and I won't see you, John, until the new year. Yeah, until next year. It's going to be a long time.
I don't want to see you until next year, John.
Okay, that hurt a little bit until I got it. Fellas, it's been a great 2021. I can't wait to see what happens in all of our lives in 2022. And we still got a couple weeks left of the regular season before we even hit playoffs. So I'm pumped.
Are the Lions technically disqualified yet?
Yeah, they're officially out.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Sorry.
But they're not out of next year's playoffs yet.
No, they're not. Not yet.
Not yet. So we'll see.
Brother. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll see you all soon.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you, chat. Love you guys.